kind of seemed like an exciting day in the morning. You had Trump at Davos. There's actually drama with his plane. Then he got there. He went on pretty long. We've actually heard him like 2 or 3 times already. But then pretty much he walked down back the rhetoric on Greenland, and then Greenland rejected his offer, and then the market gave back all the gains, and now we're like practically right where we started. So we've been doing this the last couple days. I mean, Trump tried to say the market was reacting to Greenland, but then also too, we also had Bessent saying that it was more about the bonds in Japan and all that other stuff going on. So we do it, and all that other stuff going on. So we do it. So. Whoa, what the hell was that? So we have more earnings coming up and a couple of other things, but I got a little Philo for you. I've been under the weather the last 2 days, man. I've been getting clapperoon chattadoon. But, we should have a good one. So I'll get you a track. We'll get set up. I mean, there's not much. I mean, again, it's going to take, earnings mode is probably going to take over until we find something to move us out of here. But even the reaction today, even though Greenland chilled you out for a little bit, it was kind of showing there's a little bit more to the equation than not. So let's see. So let's see where we at. I think your video, is it up there? Let me get you a track. How come is the Philo not on? Where's the Philo? The gains, and now we're like, oh, there it is. All right, word. So yeah, give me a couple minutes and we'll begin. And we will begin. Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the arc. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib. But for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill, it's the freedom in believing they want death to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say a prayer. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen.
Hey, it's time for some Philo. Yeah. Where's Donald? Get Trump. Get him. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, what the is up, Chad? Oh. Yeah.
I don't know if that's how we should begin, Philo. I don't know if that's a good one, man. Here, I'll give you one more. I'm still got it on my nose. It's a call, baby. Feels like it's gonna be a good day. Satan, hold on by a crib, that's that, that's ours. Why wait? Be great, that's that. No way, we changed. What's the plan? That's that. On my way, that's the play. New game, that's that. Can't believe they missed it on my kindness. I can't believe they forsake all the guidance. I can't believe they couldn't see the timing. Father, think we should remind us. I'm free, no strings, no chains, that's that. One God, one king, one way, that's that. Sovereign, supreme, what you know about that? One thing before you leave, please don't come back. Never needed, then you needed Jesus. had no friends to hang with demons. Your brother gonna show up when he needed, but can the two still walk with that agreement? Satan, hold on by your crib, that's that, that's ours. Why wait? We great, that's that. No way, we change. What's the plan? That's that. Out my way, that's the play. New game, that's that. Wanna gamble? That's a game for the gods. What's the matter? Thought you knew about the laws. Father, why do they complain about your laws? Ask for justice, but they made sure it was gone. So judgmental, I can see it in your eyes.
Being loud, but you were quiet when they lied. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, man. Oh, Chadadonia. How you feeling, baby? It's time for Philo. You haven't had Philo in like 5 days, bro. You know that? I was setting up the date. I was like, last Philo was on the 16th. You had the long weekend. We didn't have one yesterday. It sucks too, because I'm a little bit more clapped than I was yesterday. I probably could have done a Philo yesterday. But you know what, Chad? I think I know exactly what I'm going to start Philo with. You want to know what it is? What is this? FCC late night or daytime talk show interviews with political accounts may require equal time for rivals. But yeah, you want me to tell you? I'll tell you the first part of Philo. First part of Philo is being grateful. Why would I say that? You know why? I think it's obvious. You know why about being grateful? It has nothing to do with the World Economic Forum. It has nothing to do with the world. But man, you take it for granted, the whole like not spitting out boogers all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know when you get sick? Oh man, I feel that so heavy. You know, I was like, how did I take it for granted so easily? You know that? I ain't get sick in a minute, bro. I feel like it's been like a year and a half since I've actually like gotten sick. Like really sick. That's why I'm like, bro, oh my gosh, it's so easy to take it for granted. You know that? So just remember, you never really miss you till you dead or you gone. So on that note, I'm leaving after this song. Just bro, whatever you have, bro, always be grateful. You know, that's because that's even then, just the little stuff. I'm like, what was it like? You know that? Even hearing an uncle song, I'm like, oh my gosh, he just talks without coughing. Oh my, what's it like to breathe through both nostrils, man? I think we took that for granted. What's it like? Oh, I hope you feel me, bro. So that's the first part. Be grateful. But I do have a little small one today. I have a decent one. And I think this is actually very critical. And I do hope to start off this year, man, that you guys do keep this stuff in mind, because for real, bro, I loved last year, and I told y'all, talk to me at the end of the year, and I wanted to make sure we got to the finish line, and we did. And I still think we have a new challenge ahead this year, and a lot of you will be tested by it, and a lot of you need to continue to secure things. And I hope through sickness, through health, through richer, or through poor, you think we get married right now, but for real, I hope you don't take it for granted. And I really hope that you remain on the right path. And I say that because, dog, I'm telling you, even from my own personal experience, like, I'm grateful for everything and I'm grateful for God, but I'm a stubborn little effer, okay? And I say that because I think at times in my life, God has dealt with me very gently. And I think at other times in my life, he hasn't. But sadly, I think I respond better to the friction. So please don't forget that, man. And I hope y'all realize it too, because it's a lot better to be in agreement and alignment. But at the same time, man, don't give up now. Don't fall back now. Please don't drift. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I really hope y'all feel me. I pray. I beg you. Don't let niceness be the downfall. Don't let having a blessing be the reason why you don't advance. You know what I'm saying? Or let alone just live to the maximum and fullness of your destiny. You have no idea how important that is. And I said it earlier because I said, man, I think some people don't know how to respond to nice.
I think some people, like I said, even myself, I respond better to the friction. I respond better to more of a challenge. But, I'm starting to learn how to do better with good, but that starts from appreciation. And it starts from being able to not drift. Because when things get easy, when things get good, people drift. That's just the reality of it. I wish I didn't make the rules, but that's how humans have been operating before even I was alive. So keep that in mind. And that leads to the first part, another little baby part. But I'll tell you this. You decide your attitude ahead of time. Did you know that? Oh, brother. Let me put it this way. It doesn't matter about the furniture in the room. That's not going to make you comfortable or not. You know what I'm saying? You walk into a room, you're like, ooh, I like it. Ooh, it's so nice. No. Do you realize you don't even have to see the room and you could love it? Oh, y'all don't feel me. I don't think y'all feel me, Chad. Do you understand the furniture, the arrangement? You think all the little things, you think that matters? And the sooner you realize this, the happier you will become. And I think the more effective you will become. Every single day, you get to decide your attitude in advance. And actually, it's more of a warning than not. You know why? Don't fall for the trap of adjusting your attitude dependent on what is happening. Do not let your attitude be reactionary as much as you could kind of prepare and plan it. Oh, Chad. So that's the first little part. And now this is I got two things today. Two things that are very important. And again, it ties into all this. Like I'm saying, please don't drift. I hope you haven't forgotten how many times I've said that today. I was just talking about it last week, man. I was like, I hope people don't drift. That's the biggest killer of anything. Like I'm saying, bro, I've seen, I may not be banning you like I was last year, but I be seeing some comments, bro. And I'm not mad at you, but I do, my drift light goes on. Like when you drive in your car, and if you take the turn too hard, the traction control, it starts flashing that light. Yeah. Drift. What does it say in airplane? Surface. Don't drift, bro. That is the biggest killer. I don't think any of y'all are going to get killed by being dumb. I don't think you're going to get killed by having low IQ. I don't think you're going to get killed by one or two plays. I think you are going to get killed by the drift. You understand? That's the only thing that's probably up to your level to kill you. That's going to take you out of the game. One lack of taking a directional step after the next, and before you know it, you're in the ditch. I don't think you're going to get pushed off of it. I don't think you're going to slip and fall and then, lose everything. No. I think it's going to be one little slip leading to the next. One little piece of inaction leading to the next. One little moment of going against your rules, and then that leading to another one, and then to another one, and then to another one. That's how it's going to happen. So I hope you feel me. And now this is what I really want to tell y'all. To make a decision. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I learned a couple of things. You know that over the break. Even throughout my life, I've got to learn a lot. Oh, excuse me. But you guys know God doesn't work with money. No, this ain't a Philo about money. This ain't a Philo about all the Bible verses about wealth. That's not what it's about. But do you think you need money for God to work? That's why I don't like certain pastors and churches. That's why some people got to watch out, man. Like you getting on your knees praying for money? Come on. You don't, that's just, it's kind of dumb. It's paper. I'm telling y'all. I've even had, they say, you only believe because money. No. I believe because of a decision. God doesn't work with money. He works with decisions. I think some of y'all should write that down this year. You know why? You go make a decision. Have you not noticed that if you make decisions revolving around money, you never have enough? It don't matter how rich you are, bro.
I'll do this when my long term gets here. I'll do this when I have this. Once this, and this happens, I'll start to do this. Once I make this much trading, I'll go to the long term. Once I do this, and then you don't see the trap. Oh. Nothing to do with money. Everything to do with your decision. That's where the trap falls into play. Bro, you make a decision regarding money, you're probably going to end up not having it. That's usually, or you're going to run out of time or run out of something, bro. So what does that mean you got to do? Make a decision. Here, hold on. I'm about to snort. Excuse me. So you get it? You need to make decisions about life and direction today. That's why I was telling y'all about the compass before I left. If you could start to do it, man. If you could actually start to control your life. It's actually going to happen through making a decision. Just point yourself in the right direction. That's it. That's it, bro. So I'm telling you, man. The moment you start guiding your life based off of decisions rather than an external, I think a lot of you are going to be surprised what you can accomplish this year. For real. What do you want? If it revolves around money, if it revolves around something outside of you, no. Tell me, what's the goal? And don't let the goal be money. Let the goal be something that you grow into. Let it be something worthwhile. The progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Oh. So, Chad, make decisions. Decisions in direction. That's what's gonna really protect you this year. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of this stuff with the long term, what's the direction? Where do you want to go? Yes, the definitive purpose. Amen. That's what I'm saying. That's how you avoid the drift. That's how you tap into your superpower. I don't think people understand. You start making your decisions off of where you want to go, your direction, not off of anything else, you are going to be able to accomplish a lot more. Guess what? You're not going to get as tired. You're not going to get beaten down and drawn out from it. Again, you make it rely on something external like money. That makes sense. Money runs out. Time runs out, man. A lot of things run out. But your direction? Here, let me put it this way. Are you ready for this? This might blow your mind. I heard this the other day. Because again, and tell me, especially if you were listening last year, dog. You guys know I'm just as crazy. That's the funniest fucking part about all this. I'm telling y'all. I think some of you get it, but I think some of you are like, Because you guys don't, I'm telling you, your mind is insane. You realize that. I did start off this year trying to tell you I think the Bible is an advanced civilization book. Your mind, the power of the mind, the definitive purpose, all these things, accurate thought, critical thought, your own thoughts, these are crucial. And how are you going to think for yourself and accomplish that? No fear. I hope none of y'all play scared this year. But you guys got to realize that this is going to blow your mind. Do you realize fear? What do you think fear is? Oh, I love this one, bro. Oh, Chad. I wish I could breathe through both nostrils right now. What do you think fear is, bro? Do you think it's an emotion? What do you think fear is? This is going to trip you out. It's in your mind, but what is it? Give me a word to describe fear. Is it a response? Is it an emotion? This is going to blow your mind. What is fear? Self-doubt? A reaction? It's a lie? No faith? I got you scared? Nah, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to make some hurdles today, dog. Don't be afraid. That's the whole point. Here, actually, it's funny because you said you're scared. Right?
So this is the punchline. Adam and Eve in the Bible. They eat the apple. What does God ask them? He asks them something right after. God asks man a question. You know that? That's the funniest part. Because God don't ask a question he don't know the answer to. I hope you know that. What did he say to Adam right after he bit the apple? Did he say, how are you feeling? Did he say, how are you reacting? He said, where are you? Do you get it? He said, where are you? And he knew where he was, but he said, where are you? So that's the answer. My brothers, my sisters, fear is a location. Oh, yeah. Ain't that something? Fear is a location. Have you ever thought about it like that? Literally, your fear is a place that you are going to or you are leaving. It's a location. It's not an emotion. It's not a reaction. That's why it's out of the presence of God. It's out of the right side of your brain. It's a location. There's nothing else. That's why you have to fight so hard. And that's what I'm saying. You think it's an emotion? No, you have to resist going to a place you don't want to go. You're literally in a location. You live in fear. You are living in a location. You could be living in the promised land, or you could move out of it to a different location of fear. So you see why I'm, again, bring this back. Direction. Make your decisions regarding direction. That's what I'm saying. You better guide it out of that location of fear. What if you know my best advice from Mr. Warren Buffett? Best way to go to heaven is avoid hell. All you got to do is avoid how you are going to die and you'll be fine. All you have to do is avoid going to that location. Yeah, just like real estate, baby. Location, location, location. So maybe this will lead to the last thing, man. Because this one is a great one. And I don't know, maybe this year for some of y'all, maybe no fear might be what you better hold on to. You know why? I love this. This is a great thing because you can't just have this. You know, the Bible says you need a word. You know that? Take the word of God. I was given a word. Do you realize what a word is? That's why imagine how I'm communicating to you right now. All words. There's books. People change their life off of books. You know the whole world changed from the damn words, right? You know the moment we started reading and writing? Again, computers, AI, words, large language model, language. Oh, don't get me started, bro. So do you realize that a word is a container? I mean, if any of you do AI, do you know what a token is? Oh, man. Think about it. You teach your AI something, you teach it a task, you teach it something, it generates a token. That way it doesn't have to relearn every single time. That's why things are advancing. You get these tokens, you get these processes, it creates a container. Think about it. Long term. What happens when I say long term, bro? What do you think about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Some of you do, some of you don't. Some of you have generated that token in your mind, and some of you are just, you're training. Think about it. Long term. What comes out of it? You should be thinking about some of you are thinking about what I own, about what I hold. You're thinking about the process, 10 years. There's so much. It's a container. You get it? Container. Literally, I say a chicle. Imagine all the little slang terms we've used over these last several years. Do you get it? They're all containers. They are all tokens. So what am I trying to tell you? My brother, you need to generate a token for this year. You need to hold on to a word and container that's going to get you what you need to do whatever you want. Oh, I don't know if y'all feel me. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, maybe that container should be no fear. The next time you about to give up, next time you about to turn around, next time you're going to give it into some bullshit, whatever you want to call it, remind yourself of the word. Because you could go and take a whole concept, a whole verse, a whole idea of God, and you're not going to think about all of that when the moment comes. Let's be real. That's why, humans panic. You're going to need a container. You're going to need a word to overcome, a word, a phrase, a container. So I hope this year you have one. You don't got to do it now, but don't get into, it's a short week already. But I wouldn't be coming into February without your container. You understand? Every single one of you, if I ask you by the end of the year and I say, what was your container? You need a word that is going to get you through everything. Go. What's the verse? Take your favorite verse. What is spoken to you? What is your favorite Philo? What concept has God revealed to you already? I need you to put it into a word or a phrase. Stick it in a container and carry that container everywhere with you. That way, when whatever happens, good or bad, you don't need to pull out a bunch of notebooks and all this other stuff. You get your container. You need a word. You could do that, you're going to be fine. Otherwise, it's easy to forget. Let's be real, man. I was even repeating Philos to some of y'all last year. And it's easy to forget them. Again, it's easy to forget your own rules. You got a lot of stuff in your brain, man. You have a lot of stuff in your brain. If you could contain it, control it, that's how you're going to let it serve you. So words are containers, my brothers. I hope this year you find a word for your strength. Or your word for everything. Your word to make you not go back. Your word for your innovation, your mind, bro. All starts with a decision and direction. And real estate, real estate, real estate. Location, location, location. Where are you going to live in your mind this year, bro? That's a great question. You live anywhere you want. I just would not move into Fearville. All right? So take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. God bless America. Shout out to Chad. I might sneeze actually right now. Woo! God bless you, baby. God bless you.
I'm saying, but if you blessed enough to have a dream, chase it, bro.
I had a dream like Martin, then I heard a couple stories. Never met my heroes, never had one. Never wanted things I never had, son. I got it, then I grabbed them. Looking back, these bitches Southie said them. Good more, don't ignore your sword for the war. Armor's no good if you leave that shit at home. I don't care if that match up with the drum. I ain't young, I ain't care about looking dumb. Out my way, we could talk when I'm done. Does it look like I'm finished? Even if I was, dog, I do my own dishes. Why the fuck you in my business? I ain't tryna be a menace. Need a couple minutes, but you're talking in your bitch and just show me that you don't get it. Look, now I wasted your time trying to reprimand, explain the basic shit so you could understand. I ain't being mean the way I teach. The big leagues ain't throwing underhand. Not the bad guy, I'm the best coach that you ever had. Something like LaMelo's dad. Mama was an immigrant, $5 an hour working with Brillo pads. We got some things we shouldn't have, so I can feel down, but I don't ever think I'm really sad. Life a miracle, but I won't give you one. But I could teach you shit, and you'll walk away with dividends. Wish you'll buy more, and then you'll wish you did it young. You missed the first harvest, but tell me about the second one. trying to build while looking at the clouds. I'm looking at my hand, then I'm looking at the ground. Peter walked on water but fell. When he looked around, I heard that story all my life. I think I start to get it now. Slow in the fast lane, answers in my last name. They really didn't listen, that's a damn shame. But that don't mean my plans changed. Maybe just the landscape did what I said without a handshake. 3,004 an ounce, that sound like a fair rate. Word is gold, they only kept theirs too late. So I'm on with your new face. A snake can move a few ways. And life a bitch that lie about how the fruit tastes. Welcome back. Long term.
Hey Will, this shit is fucking cold.
Made a lot of money, hard not to be cocky, but I worked to get here. My name isn't Bronny. I am 5'6", but I still call her Shotty. I catch the dip, I do not catch a body. If the money quick, I will probably be cautious. You lever too much if the move make you nauseous. Difference between a rock and diamond is flawless. You don't save money, I find that appalling. Never been in battle, but I got a war chest. I believe in God, I don't make poor bets. Ask Pascal the wager and I'll tell you I'm legit. Sometimes you feed the haters, cause the haters make you rich. On everything, my words could change your life. How you so stubborn when you never got it right? Admitting that you're wrong is the hardest thing to fight, but it's a pretty deep hole if you think dark's light. Save time, let's get right into it. It's still the truth, even if I am a hypocrite. Blood on their hands, but they tell you that they innocent. That's why I don't act, I'm just waiting on my sentencing. So judge that, balance sheet Biden. They really not black, they don't really got cash. If you don't know accounting, you won't laugh at that. They can't match my swag. Intellectual, and I bought some property. I told them be themselves, but some of them just copy me. I'm really not mad, I enjoy all types of comedy. Even if it's irony, how y'all still trying me? That sounds tiring. Pull up in a brand new, damn, that's inspiring. Stand your ground, but understand that I'm firing. You grinder guys, I'm the type who not retiring. I curve a bitch like indifference. You're a hoe, that's an inference. Is it refusal or just ignorance? I'ma pray for your deliverance, gang. Wait, but long term is my slang. You buying Mad 7, but I bought it when it's fang. You don't really got the juice, I don't even think you tang. How you gonna call it change when you and black I think the same? You really felt for misdirection. I really hope that you're reflecting, but you don't wanna talk about it. Kinda sound like ivermectin, yikes. Shouldn't say that, Bible where I lay at. Know they get in trouble, but survival how I play that. Do you know the difference between a Benz and a Maybach? You can say the same about this life, cause we the same, man. That's a lesson, very least the bar. I have never golfed, but I know they subpar. A lot of people talk, that don't mean they got the cards. Use your head, gotta be strong if the head is always hard. Damn, like that. Never had a loss that I didn't get back. 1, 4, 5, 5x, quick math. I'm just talking minimums, a different blackjack. But I learned, waited for my turn, bro. You would think it's crypto, the way they try to burn. Though they work but not pay, but they ain't on a furlough. I called it communion before I called it Merlot. Story of my life, I could write a book, but I'd rather show you live. So let it ride. Long term.
Long term. Chat Antonia. Oh, we're back. We are back. Well, it's still a little clapped, but it's already like what, 10:40? 10:40, the day is going on, brother. The day is gone on, man. The day has gone on. So yeah, man, I don't know if we're gonna get any excitement. I think that was the final Trump. I don't know if you're gonna get him one more time. I think there's one more like CNBC thing. They have one of their exclusive interviews, and then that's it. But yeah, most of the economic forum stuff is already out. So not bad, Chad. Not bad. Oh yeah, 11 o'clock. Joe Kerman interview with President in Davos. So what's up, man? If you have any other questions, now's the time. I mean, I'm probably gonna sit here sniffling every now and then yeah, we'll be good. But it sucks. I think we were close to some volatility, but that's it.
friendly. Everybody has been nice to him. I don't know if they set it up like that, because I feel like these Davos, sometimes they be clickbaiting, or they'll bring out people and they'll press them a little bit. I feel like a lot of the interviews at the beginning of last year were more pressing. 1 month streak of no devil's lettuce. Wow, good for you. That's good, man. As long as you're not like, did you only smoke flower, like the plant? Because I know people, bro, like, you know, if you be smoking non-plant shit, that shit will probably fuck with you, because it's not this, it's just chemicals and shit, bro. So that's really good. That's really good, man. You probably save some money. Just save some money. Can you stay awake now too? Because that was how it was back in the day. I would just fall asleep. We could do a bunch of nothing till Friday. I mean, it's already Wednesday, bro. So tomorrow's Thursday, Friday Junior. Kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, so some people had that idea, and we might not do much over the holiday. But we didn't talk about Genrac, but UNG, I talked about that this morning. I think it's still up. Excuse me. But like literally, it's Friday Junior. What the fuck? Hold on, I think this dog. His dog's tweaking out, bro. Let me see. Here, give me a second. Let me go get homeboy real quick. I think he's trying to attack somebody. Please hold. It's a call, baby. It feels like it's gonna be a good day. Satan, hold on by your crib, that's that. That's ours, why wait? Be great, that's that. No way, we changed, what's the plan? That's that. Out my way, that's the play. New game, that's that. Can't believe they missed it on my kindness. I can't believe they forsake all the guidance. I can't believe they couldn't see the timing. Father, think we should remind us. I'm free, no strings, no chains, that's that. One God, one king, one way, that's that. Sideburn, supreme, what you know about that? One thing before you leave, please don't come back. Never needed, then you needed Jesus. I'd rather have no friends and hang with demons. Your brother gonna show up when he needed, but can the two still walk with that agreement? Satan, hold on by your crib, that's that. That's ours, why wait? Be great, that's that. No way, we change, what's the plan? That's that. Out my way, that's the play. New game, that's that. Wanna gamble, that's a game for the gods. What's the matter?
That's a game for the gods.
Amen. Oh, Witkoff. He's live. I know I do need to get him a shot caller. Call it a day. You've been getting dreams now? Didn't I tell you that? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. HPQ, I don't know. The game, I give it a 5 stars, Tim. I need to work on the other one. The idea I told you the other day. But yeah, man, are you going to make it into an app? I think it'd be a great... Bro, it's too much fun. I like, the only thing I don't like is the speed. If like... You know, if we could make it quicker, but otherwise, it's probably one of the coolest things. I've been loving it. But yeah, the UNG stuff. People are saying, bro. I've heard like alarmist about it, but long story short, they're saying it's gonna be the like biggest cold front in like 14 years. But then some people are saying it's gonna be like Texas. You guys remember Texas in 2021? Where it was like really, really bad, and like people, I think the craziest statement I heard, people were saying that if you're in the path of where it's at, you could prepare for having no power for like 2 weeks. That's because, again, that's why like Texas was pretty bad. Remember, people ran out of power. I think people died. So yeah, like it got really, really bad. But HPQ, let's see. I mean, at least it's down. I actually do like that there. I like Intel a little bit more than HPQ, but at the same time, it kind of gives me Intel vibes. I think Intel has way more like fundamental value. That's why we bought it. But HP, I mean, they were part of the AI stuff. But then isn't there a difference between HPE and HPQ? Which I don't know how that plays out. Got snow. I don't know the path of everything. Let me see. So yeah, again, I think Genrock is kind of up with it all, but that could increase the demand. It will be short-lived, as Powell would say. Let me see. Major winter storm tracker. Track what? So is this where? So like I think East Coast. Yeah, these are the winter. So anywhere in these areas are going to get hammered. But I think it's more up north, though. I swear I saw another one where, like, the northern states are going to get really hammered by it. But again, like, go look at UNG. Like, it's been a while since Nat Gas and other things have moved like this. But then again, Genrock and all those, they're already up. HP pays Ferrari $100 million to be the title sponsor of their team. Really? That's a lot. But yeah, at least it's not up. I mean, again, I think these personal computing companies, I think they're going to be very, very good. Upstate New York in '99, people didn't have power for a month. Jeez. So that's what some people are saying. I just don't know if that's alarmist or not. I don't know if how legit that is. I mean, again, I'm here live from Southern California where 50 degrees is very cold for me. So it all depends, but I have heard a couple of things about it. And then again, some of the price action and things relating to it are pretty, I mean, their last just 2 days alone has been insane. All right, hold on, I need a cough.
Of course, I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland. They have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember.
Fascinating moment in that speech, and I'd love to ask you about what he meant by some of that. Tommy, the fact is, though, the president was just talking about this with reporters in Davos.
Why
the
don't
Prime
you?
Minister of Greenland says,
Bro, do you guys want to do that? Why don't you guys got to do it now? If you're going to take off, and you want to avoid the cold front, why don't you come to the farm? That's it. I got blankets and shit. That's it. We get rain, and then there's like a big hole in the ground. But other than that, yeah, if you guys need to escape, I got a place in sunny San Diego for you. You'll like it. Oh, man. Excuse me. Pray for us. I got the Great Migration. Do it. Escape to the cult compound. That's it, though. They might think you're ICE. They're like, show us your papers. Are you ICE? And then you'll get surrounded by a bunch of liberals. No, that don't happen. That's a Minneapolis thing. Put the new windows to the dog. Windows make a big difference. You might slap -30 on Friday. So is it gonna hit in like 2 days? I thought it was gonna be next week. Yeah, he's gonna be live at 11 o'clock. So 10 minutes, I believe. You need to move out of Houston. I mean, I do think your environment helps a lot, but I'm kind of one of those believers. Like, don't be the type of person who have to change cities every 6 months or every year. Because, like, get motivated and change your life where you are now, and you'll be able to do it anywhere. Otherwise, if you think you got to leave somewhere, you might just want to travel. That's what I've experienced with whatever, at least what I've seen. So, you know, it don't matter where you go, you'll fall into the same habits if you don't correct the habits. Can't leave my cattle. Oh, somebody hit me up about planting at the farm. I'm down. I'm about to hire a company. I'm going to hire a company to like do all the trees and shit. So, I don't know if any of you do any of that. I could give me a bid. Excuse me. But yeah, I need somebody to plant avocado trees, olives, grapes, and then some garlic. But I can't do it. I'm not good at that. Negative 35 wind chill in Chicago. That's insane, you guys. That is insane. Didn't they say we're going to get the northern lights here? Oh, shit. I think I have somebody in the house. I hope. I told you last time in the Ohio houses it got cold and I didn't run the water and then the pipes burst. I don't know how to do this cold shit, dude. That's crazy. Dude, I don't know how I got sick, bro. This is bullshit. I haven't been sick like this in a really long time. I'm like coughing up phlegm and shit. Like even last week, bro, I would get like, what's it called? I would just get like a sore throat and then it goes away usually after a day. But then, like, yeah, this is the first time I've, like, slept early, and then I've woken up more sick. And I don't even have this negative 38 degree weather. It started with the gym stuff. But then, like, I got, like, a little better, and then just, I don't know, then it just fucked me up. It, like, lingered. APT, whatever that is. Flu season. I need to go get my booster. No. I'm sick for 2. I mean, this is like, I don't know. I got a little bit sick and then I felt better. But I think this has been like 3 days. It happened Sunday. Sunday, like middle of the day Sunday, my throat started hurting like really bad. And then it just didn't go away. Well, I can't believe it's already Wednesday. That's kind of crazy. You work for a tree company? Starting your own? Email me, tradingfraternity@gmail.com. You'd have to come. Can you do Southern California? But yeah, I need to plant like at least like 2-3 acres of plants. No, I don't have a fever. That's the best part. I get like randomly cold, like chilly, but it's good. No, and then my phlegm isn't like, it's not like bright green or like yellow yet. It's still like, I don't even know. It's like slightly green, but then it goes back to normal. So I don't think I'm like that sick, but like it just feels gnarly. And then every time my chest feels heavy when I talk. And then I can't breathe through my nose. Trump is about to speak, yes. Rut allies will be with us if U.S. attacked. What? So NATO versus the United States? What? That's what you just said. The Cybertruck for marketing? It's good, but it's not like when it first came out. Bro, people still take pictures with it. But like that's usually like the people who haven't seen them, but in the beginning it was insane. When the Cybertruck first came out, bro, people were just stopping dead in the street. You have a bloody nose and phlegm the past week? That's either sinus infection or like dryness. Mine feels more like a sinus infection, but I don't even know, bro. It's just fucked up. I don't like it. As I said, I took it for granted. You know that I never realized how easy I was breathing. You know, I still wake up early though. Both days I've been up at like 4:30. That's the crazy, because I can't even sleep that good, because like I'll wake up in the middle of the night like, I can't. It's all bad, bro. It's all bad. I went on a walk yesterday, but I don't know if that made it worse or better. Because you guys want to know, I'm trying to get my steps up. My homie showed me his little step counter on his phone. And then I kept seeing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I never really realized, because sometimes I don't take my phone with me, but then I was kind of impressed by how many steps he was taking. I was like, I'm gonna get my steps up, make sure I get because it doesn't count when I ball, because I don't hold my phone, but still. Well, damn, everybody's been sick. Well, shit, bro. Just fight. Walking OP. Bro, it's good. I'm averaging a lot of steps. I'm close to averaging 10,000 steps a day this year. Excuse me. You logged 1 million steps with disc golf? Shut up. How many is that a day? 365? Dog, that's like 20,000 a day. That's like 30,000 a day. Am I tripping? That's like 25,000 a day. How much is that? $10K a day, 10K daily minimum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Get an Aura ring. I think you get one free with Amex. But then I was like, I don't want the Department of Defense monitoring my health. I've seen some conspiracy theories. But yeah, I just use my phone. I let my phone do it. It tells you when you're sick. I think Amex, you get a free ring and they pay the fee. Or one of them. So one or the other. I think last year a lot of people were getting the Aura ring. But I don't know if I don't know how much people have been using it as of late. Alright, then Trump should be on any moment now. I don't have Vicks Vapor Rub, but I've been using Tiger's Balm. I don't know if that's effective, but it smells good. It smells really good. Please hold. I need to blow my nose.
Where's she from? Well, my mom is from Frankfurt. And then moved to Jamaica 40 years ago. Okay. You have a British accent. I lived in the UK. Where you from? Berlin country. You're stationed in Berlin. You're from Berlin? No, Cologne. My daughter is at boarding school in Salem. Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah, lovely area. It is right on the lake. Yeah, beautiful. Very beautiful. Of course, not as beautiful as Cologne. That's joking.
Yeah, use Tiger Balm. I didn't know I didn't know those apps even give you a readiness thing. That's crazy. Yeah, I saw the hype last year, but I never really. I was like, man, I'm not even married. Why am I'm going to marry no digital app. The stronger. I had the strong. I like it. I love Tiger's Balm. I like that feeling. It's like icy hot. Did I ever tell you guys my story about icy hot when I was a kid? The first time I discovered icy hot, I loved it. And then one time after basketball practice, my my groin, like, you know, when you do the bear in the woods, my groin was sore. So I was like, let me put icy hot on it. And I put icy hot on it, and then it hit my balls, and then that was the worst thing ever. I hated it, bro. No, bro, it was terrible. It was like, it was literally the worst. It was the worst experience. I swear I didn't use icy hot for like 10 years after that. Yeah, bro, it's not safe like that. Why y'all scared of Tiger's bomb? It's just icy hot, but yeah. No, yeah, you can't wash it off too. That's what sucks. It's at least minimum 30 to 40 minutes of pain. Excuse me. I do a shower with eucalyptus. I got one of them eucalyptus sprays, bro. I just spray that shit everywhere, and then I start coughing. But then once it subsides, it's really good. Readiness scores or dark arts? Nah, fuck that. I mean, I'm ready, bro, every day. Even then, I woke up. I've been waking up at 4 a.m. still. So, that's it. I just can't, like, scream the same way. I could probably scream. I'll just go. Oh, I got to blow my nose.
Receptors there. We need to put space arrays there. We need to keep maintaining that island. We've protected Europe for decades, and we put hundreds of billions of U.S. taxpayer money into protecting Europe. And what we're asking Europe to do is sell us Greenland, because Denmark was supposed to populate it. Denmark was supposed to operate it in a much more geostrategic fashion, and they've just failed to do so. So in the end, we have to have Greenland, and I think we'll end up negotiating a financial transaction where we're able to acquire it.
There has been a pushback in the markets. There's been some talk that maybe Europe sells stocks, they sell bonds. You look at, maybe not Denmark, but Norway, one of the biggest sovereign wealth funds in the world. They used to sort of co-possess Greenland with Denmark, Norges Bank. Do you see some kind of financial pushback or punch in the face or whatever you want to call it from Europe around Greenland that would impact our financial markets?
I mean, Brian, as you know, we are 4% of the world's population. We are 25% of the world's GDP, and we are 60% of the world's capital markets. We have the most liquid, deepest markets in the world. We also have the highest interest rates of any developed nation. If someone is going to shoot their nose off to spite their face, be our guest. Our treasury market trades $1 trillion a day. It just doesn't matter. But what it would signal is that they don't understand the enormity of the threat that China, Russia, Iran, et al. Are actually responsible for against the West. And so I think it's vital for us to, and it's vital for the president to explain it a little bit better to the world. I watched the speech in Davos, and he went a little further in this speech than I've seen him go in other speeches, but he needs to explain why Greenland is so important to us, why it's important to the security in the West, and that, in the end, we're going to make a financial deal with Denmark that takes care of the 57,000 Greenlanders, and we keep operating it the way we're operating. We're going to continue.
My bad, dude. I'm
to
just
provide
coughing my
security
shit
for
out
the
right
West,
now.
Using Greenland, but at Greenland you've got
Federal
Arctic
court
shipping lanes,
overturns
you've got,
order to shut down TikTok Canada operations.
Missiles coming over the top, and we also have heavy rare earths. I mean, there are plenty of things that we can do with Greenland to help drive that economy in a more.
We should make a GoFundMe for
we're
Greenland.
Also defending
we should
the West
crowdsource
and defending our homeland.
What do you guys say?
Look, if you even look back, you gave the history, but if you look back to Clinton, Bush, Obama, I mean, they spent a lot of time increasing Arctic security and spending a lot of money on our assets in Greenland. And We don't get anything in return for that other than providing security to ourselves in Europe. In the end, we need it.
Kyle, some are pointing to the president's approval ratings, which have dropped in the last few days as this has come up. Just from a very realpolitik point of view, with the midterms arriving, and the focus was supposed to be on affordability, kind of take that. It looks like the Democrats probably take Congress, obviously, at this point. But can you just walk through if there's any implications from this move connected to whatever might happen with the midterms, connected back to the market often
Come on, Trump, where you at, dog?
And a midterm year, kind of in that summer period.
Yeah, Trump was supposed to be on at 10
right now.
Yeah, I mean
they lagged every other one.
This move on Greenland is some sort of counterbalance for the Republicans.
It's been a while since we've had a country transaction.
If you look at what the Trump
when was the last country
transaction?
transaction?
Just take a few
Louisiana
steps back,
Purchase,
and you
Puerto
see
Rico.
That, when
I don't remember.
Bill passed, they added $200 billion.
I mean, it is weird to hear the headlines like Trump wants to buy Greenland,
they go from
and then even talking about attacking, even though it's a
enhancing
NATO ally.
America's best and brightest private companies and having them coming in to help the Department of War with our readiness. So if you actually look at what
Virgin
this
Islands?
administration's
When was
doing,
that?
behind the scenes, they're acting like they're on wartime footing. On the front of the scene, we haven't said anything to escalate the situation with China since October. I believe there was a presidential directive to basically press pause during the hostage negotiation, meaning us sending them NVIDIA chips or some of our best chips and them sending us rare earth metals. We're currently in a kind of a hostage exchange, and we're trying to get out from under China's thumb, and they're trying to get out from under our thumb. But if you look at this administration carefully and you look at it objectively, what you
bought that from Denmark too?
Like
really?
Wartime footing at the Department of War,
That's
at the Treasury, at State Department, and I think that is the wisest thing they can possibly do, because we're staring down the barrel of a potential Chinese.
I know Chipotle did very
Taiwan,
good, bro.
and
Even yesterday.
Speeches,
they're like, "Oh my gosh, Greenland, NATO conflict. I need guacamole."
And that would be an absolute catastrophe for the West.
I want to switch gears. You just talked about China. I want to look that way, though, to Japan. Yesterday, we led this show, Kyle, talking about how Japan, we thought, was the real reason the markets shook. It wasn't Greenland. Greenland's a big issue, but sort of this underlying liquidity problem in Japan. Sellers by primary dealers, they have 33 of them, maybe the real reason. Japanese bond yields are the highest in what, Kelly, 27?
Almost 30.
Almost 30 years. Yeah. I know, Kyle, you've talked a lot about Japan. In plain English, what the heck's going on there? Why do we care?
Yeah, so it's really important. Again, take a few steps back. I know every day we want to talk about what's happening in the day. Yesterday was a big move, so I'm not knocking you for that, but it's important to think about this is the largest peacetime accumulation of debt globally that we've ever seen. And historically, when sovereigns would gather as much debt as we have, we'd both be deficit spending into a potential conflict, and then to the winner go the spoils, and to the loser goes defeat and default, as Germany and Japan have shown us in World War I and World War II. So we're at this peacetime accumulation of debt where Japan is in a trap, right? They're north of 250% debt to GDP. They can't allow their short rates to move up. And COVID just happened, and we grew the Fed's balance sheet from 4 trillion to 9 trillion in 2 years. We created 50% dollar inflation for the world. And Japan had to let one of two things happen. They had to let their bond market go because you can't.
I like Kyle Bass. I actually like listening to this guy.
50% inflation hit.
This guy's been betting against the yuan for a minute. I'm
go.
surprised they're not
So
asking
the
him more
Japanese
China
yen
questions.
Went from 100
to be
to
honest.
160. So the Japanese lost 60% of their dollar purchasing power during the COVID move in the yen. And now you're starting to see their long end, so 10-year to 30-year JGBs are kind of flapping in the wind. They do have a lot of their economy financed on the front end, meaning the short end. But from 0 to 10, even the 10-year JGB is moving up pretty materially in yield. There's not as much as the 30 and the 40-year bond. So Japan's in a trap. They're going to have to let their currency continue to depreciate, or they're going to let their bonds move. I don't believe they can let their bonds move much more, Brian. I mean, it's checkmate if they let their bonds move.
Yeah, what did John Arnold say?
So
the
again,
natural gas billionaire?
when those yields
Quoted
come
Hemingway,
down,
Kelly.
then we got an hour 50 left.
Gradually, then suddenly.
One of the great lines of all time.
Well, most people
Okay,
lose
look at what
midterms.
movement
That's
was
why,
on.
that's why Trump keeps bringing it up. Dude, they only have
Kyle
3
Bass,
seats.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And We'll figure out the Hemingway.
So, like, usually throughout history, I don't know the last time. Damn, Oracle's getting clobbered. It's already been down, but flushing a little more. But yeah, usually the incumbent party loses during midterms. And then this time around, I think it's a 3-seat difference. So, like, if you lose, there's like 3 seats flip, then I think the Democrats take the House. But then again, it's like, what are they going to do? Block the people getting appointed? They're already doing it. That's the craziest part. You're in a crappy position. You have your first flip that's sitting and it's bleeding. You have to sell some of your long term for the first time to cover some cash. How do I not hate myself doing this? It's not, you just don't think about it too much. I would say, have you tried everything before tapping the long term? But if not, I mean, thank God you have a long term. That's the general idea. It should be there for that moment. But if you tap the long term, is it still going to lead you to get a profit out of the flip? That's the real question. But you do got to, just try everything prior to that. And, like, I don't know how you paid for the repairs, but sometimes, again, if you could pull out money from whoever gave you the loan for the house, that might be another alternative too. But the real issue is just try to get it sold as soon as possible. And make sure you can do it at a price that either nets, and then if now we're talking about you can't even net a profit, you got to start thinking about even break even, which isn't bad, especially if you're telling me it's starting to bleed and you're getting worried about it. Trump pulls out of Greenland, we rock it. Maybe. I mean, again, though, today, like, it seemed good, but all these other issues are kind of floating. And then, again, we might hear a new Fed chair next week. And then part of it, even how the market's kind of boring, I think some of this is earnings. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, if they're going to try to impeach him. That's what they're going to... I don't think for rightful cause, but that's definitely a Democratic game plan. But already, though, they've... Even without congressional, like, victories and a majority, the Democrats have been very effective at stopping a lot of Trump. I mean, that's why it's kind of been a shame. I know a lot of people are quick to criticize Trump. I mean, I didn't like the big beautiful bill, and there's a couple of other things I didn't like, but generally, I mean, I'm very grateful for Trump, and I think he's done a very good job with the cards dealt, and then the fact that I expected more people would have been the way that, like, Trump kind of let Democrats do stuff when they won. I don't know why I thought Democrats were gonna let Trump do things, but he got way more pushback than I expected. And that's why it's led to a lot of this drama. Is how can he do this? How does he do that? So yeah. But I definitely think he will get impeached. Not because he deserves it or that he did something impeachable, but that sounds like a good Democratic waste of time. If you gave him the opportunity, I'm sure they would try to get that in. I think that's why he did the big beautiful bill, because the midterms and then smashed it in. But I was very disappointed by the spending. But then again, look at the economy now. Could you imagine what it would be like if we didn't have, again, think about it. Even coming into this year, you have trillions of dollars that are technically hitting. And they will be month after month. Ugh. Come on, Donald. Where is Donald? Oh, wait, is this it? No, this is earlier. I mean, the long-term likes today. So that's good. What time?
of the propaganda. I don't even think it's about propaganda. I think it's this time it was the judges. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody thought that random ass regional judges were gonna pop up and slow everything down. That I didn't see that coming. That was genius on their part, but also very corrupt. But yeah, I didn't expect any of that to occur. That's where it's like, that was terrible. With JD, I don't think JD. I think Marco Rubio. Someone said that earlier. I think Marco Rubio might be the front runner for president. U.S. Appeals Court pauses order limiting immigration agents' use of force in Minnesota. I mean, think about it. You guys know, like, I mean, not even hypothetically, but like literally, you had like Joe Biden did stuff that was constitutionally not allowed, and none of these judges blocked it. That's the crazy part. That's why I'm saying I didn't really expect it to turn into Donald Trump getting blocked on almost like 80% of his actions. They're all crooks. I agree. Republicans love their money. So do the Democrats. That's why, that's why everybody comes together when people when they try to stop it. Both sides, everybody got their sellouts, bro. Everybody got their sellouts. Anthropic revenue $9 billion. Is that more than OpenAI? Isn't OpenAI at like $3 billion in revenue, or am I tripping? Or are they at 30? I could be missing a zero. Who's this? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Give me a sec.
They hope to do something someday, but at this point, there is no revenue, there are no sales at all. There may never be. We hope that's not the case. But do you feel that the frenzy, for lack of a better term, around rare earths is a little bit overdone, given what you just said, the complexity and expense of not just mining, but what they call refining, because a lot of acid is used. It's environmentally disgusting. It's also dangerous.
Well, I think that it is the question that you don't build this processing capacity overnight by any means. I mean, the big emphasis is how do you diversify the supply chains to make them more resilient. But you know, when we were back last spring, when major automakers and other companies were going to say they're going to have to shut down in a week and a half, the Chinese had really figured out where their weak point was. And it was when I was in China just before Christmas, I came away with a strong sense that the Chinese had been really planning on this, thinking it through since 2018, and they realized where they had the high cards, and it is in the processing of those minerals. There is capacity, for instance, in Europe. When I was just there, there is capacity in different places to process, but it's not a problem that could be solved overnight, because it was not a problem that was created overnight.
Right.
Dan Jurgen joining us from the World Economic Forum. I think we'll leave it there, but we'll get you back on soon when it's not 5 degrees out and dark. Dan, see you soon. Thank you very much.
See you. Bye-bye.
Coming up, talking of trouble across the pond, relations between the U.S. and Europe are at a crossroads. What might come next and why it matters back here after this.
Yeah, bro. That's it. I'm waiting for the last Trump. And that's all. I don't know. He might not even get a crazy week. I'd watch UNG too. We had that discussion. It's starting to go up. OpenAI is $2 billion? Yeah, that's crazy. Anthropic's doing more money than OpenAI? How? I know people use Anthropic for all the coding stuff and like utility. But, remember, OpenAI was like one of the first companies to get that many people.
Anthropic is Claude, yeah. They had the Bill Clinton thing today. They were discussing. There was a lot. I think even Nick Shirley popped up at one of the little congressional meetings. There was a lot of stuff, and then the Supreme. I actually like the Supreme Court stuff. It was nice to play it because I'm over here dying, but yeah, it wasn't bad to listen to. The health. In due time, brother. In due time. That's good. I'm still here. Still alive. I could thug it out. But it's not I can't talk as much. That's the only problem. I fucking talks all day. That's it. I could once I say enough sentences, I just have to phlegm it out. I need an exhaust, bro. I don't know. I'm turning into a VTEC Honda, bro. Oh. There's some water. Fuck it up, bro. Fuck it up. But I don't think I'm gonna have a video tonight either. I should have done it last. Dude, yesterday I was dying and I was like, okay, I'll be better. Usually, I cannot tell you the last time I stayed sick past 24, 48 hours. Usually, bro, I'm running it. But nah, this is the first time I've been I got worse. So yeah. But then again, not too much has happened. How was your day? I'm pissed. Why are you pissed, man? Calm down. You guys can't be pissed, okay? If you're pissed, you got to channel that energy into the long term and into the work. Go start coding something, man. Go get some AI coding. Go get Claude. Go tell it to run a program. That's it. You guys know I got the thing. I got the real-time deepfake stuff, but it sucks. And then with my hair, bro, it makes me look even balder. I was gonna show you guys the other day. I was like, nah, man, y'all gonna clown on me. Because it didn't make my hairline. It pushed my hairline back another 5 inches. I said, I can't do that. And box. And bonds going up. We'll see, though, if we get anything into the end of the day. But it might be a nothing burger. Straightening my hair. I've tried it before when I had a little bit more. I look like Cat Williams. I get a perm. It looks terrible, bro. It looks terrible. But yeah, I've straightened it before. I've done that. I've gotten cornrows once too. That hurt. And then I just started losing all my hair. Josh AI. I have to type out Josh AI. I don't know if I could do him in real time. Oh. Yeah, bro. Get a long term. Well, I'm being dead ass serious though. At a very good time. Let's see, Colt Sister. And I told that to my sister, bro. And I know she gets a lot of noise. She lives in San Francisco. Like I told you, she wanted to move to Palestine. She wanted to sell out at the worst time possible. She's also said some other crazy shit. Remember, she asked if I was going to help defend her against ICE. You guys remember that? That was this year, I think. Or was it end of last year? She texted me and I didn't answer. And she texted me 3 or 4 times. And she said, if I disappear, will you come and find me? I said, why? Why would you disappear? And she said, if ICE tries to get me. I'm like, why is ICE going to get you? I don't think they're going to get you. And she's like, if they try to take any of my patients, then I'm going to fight them. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I understand the sentiments of being a good person. I appreciate it, but I said, Mama told us not to get into physical altercations with law enforcement. And then she said no. And then I said, okay, I'm not going to come find you. I would be too difficult. And then they would shoot me too. But either way, this is the main thing that I told her with all of these scenarios. And then, she wanted to sell out here because she said, I don't have $1 million. But I told her, I said, presidents will come and go, but your investments can remain longer than any administration. So I hope all of you realize that. I can't believe this account's even at 18 grand, bro. So yeah, but this is the liberal account. So she never increased it.
Never increased the amount. $200 a month. Never changed. Started when the media told her to invest after GameStop and shit. It was like 2022. All of this shit. And that's what I'm saying. And she still, look at it. She got all this. You think I'm kidding? Y'all think I'm fucking, this is real life story. This is real. I love my sister. I think she's a little bit diluted with all this crap, but these are real life conversations she has given me. And I said, you know what? I'll just stay out of it and I'll just do the investment stuff for you. How about that? And that's it. $200 a month, $2,400 a year. Started at this has 2 years less of time. And that's it. I said, go move. I said, if you want to move to Palestine, you could pay for it with your long term. Fine by me. You could do whatever you want. But I just said, all you got to do is just chill, bro. Just chill. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that? It's 11:30? Yo, Big Pop. Yo, check True Social. You just got something. There has to be a True Social, bro. That was fat. Or a fake Reuters one. Hello? Oh, shit. I went to the wrong ones. Meet me at the crossroads. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what it is. Based upon productive, I've had Secretary General Mark Rutte has informed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and entire Arctic region. Solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the U.S. and all NATO nations. Based upon this understanding, I will not be imposing the tariffs scheduled to go into effect February 1st. There it is. So pretty much no more additional EU tariffs. Framework deal with NATO. Oh, I hit, bro. There you go. Little sick. We still in the game, dog. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me, son. Meet me at the crossroads. So, yeah, no more European tariffs. All right, I'm selling out. Oh, it won't fill me. There you go. All right, I made 100% on that. I made them free. I got a couple more for free. And then the earlier ones. Yeah, easy 100%, dog. There you go. Welcome back. Fuck yeah. NATO news. So you guys are good. A lot of things are running off of that too. Even some like bonds are going up too, but even if you took the SPY, those are easy 100%. Everybody lagged on that, bro. Now they're 200%. Yallah. Yeah, be careful on it though. I grabbed the ones for next or for tomorrow on the SPY. I just played the SPY on that one. That's it. And then if you have any of the other plays, yeah, you could do gold and silver to the downside. But I don't know how much follow through this is going to have though. Keep in mind some of the other stuff from earlier today. But yeah, no tariffs. And then NATO deal, they're removing the ones, again, Golden Dome as it pertains to Greenland. They will be responsible. They'll report directly to me. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, that's just hitting wires right now. So yeah, you got to jump on that, even with your delay, my friends. There's hit. Oh, they're up 200% now? I don't know how much follow through. We're just back up to here. We need to fill that gap. So we're about to find out if the bond shit gets in the way. I got you, baby. Even sickness and through health. You're still quick as fuck on that. Oh, I want to pull one more, but I should let it ride. Those are really going. Yeah, you got 200% easy. To probably get 250 depending on where it fills you. But yeah, I just don't know how much follow through. I'd watch gold to the downside as well. You might be able to get another one on that. Meet me at the long term. Free. I mean, you guys, even with a delay, you just still beat the entire world. So I don't want to hear it. You know that, right? I don't know if you realize that by now. And then the guys on the locked in. God bless you, baby. You should have heard it in my sick voice when I perked it up. I said, "Ah, Big Pop." Meet me at the long term. All right, just chilling out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull one more. I'm gonna take 200 off the bat. Oh, they won't fill me. Fuck me. All right, I got a couple more left. I'm taking another set. So 100 and then 200%. They're all free. That's why I want to hold them. Yeah, there you go. It's hitting the wire too. Now it's circulating, bro. I'm telling you. That's why you guys get mad at me for the delay, but even the delay, it kind of helps you out. Because even all the regurgitators, they get it later too. So again, we realized we had it 5 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. So it's circulating now, and then other people caught it like 2 minutes ago as well. You guys had a fucking jump, son. I can't even breathe out my right nostril. It's bullshit. I'm looking at other play. I'm going to hold the last set of those. No, you had a good, bro. You had a good minute or two on that where they did not move. I don't know if you guys heard my thing go off. Because they were up. The plays I had, they were going for like 15 cents, and then they dropped to 9. I got filled at 9 cents. They killed it. But I just don't know how much follow-through we're going to have. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I got one more I'm waiting for. Let's just wait. I just don't know if those are going to hit the same way. What's the date today? The 21st. Okay. But that's like lower quality, just in case. That one you could have extra follow through no matter what, but without having to dabble with the ones that are already up a couple 100%. Ugh. Fuck me, bro. I can't even breathe. Well, the delay, I did the delay purposefully last year. And I freed the chat, but I decided to keep the delay. Because again, even then, people come in here to watch the delayed stream to debate about politics. But even then, though, you guys still beat everybody. I don't know. And if you really want it to be faster, you could join the locked in. But even for free 99, I think you guys had a solid 3 to 4 minutes on everybody else on that. But yeah, and I'm a little bit under the weather today. But that was a fun one. All right, still going. No way. Yeah, you're back. Now you're near 300%. They're going even higher. Fuck. All right, well, GG. Yeah, I mean, it moved. I mean, you should take this up with other people. I mean, shit. Why don't you guys go on CNBC and be like, CNBC, why did you tell me right here? You guys understand that, right? So either way, man, I love y'all. I think some of you who are in your right mind, you did good. And then I think the locked in boys hit that one very well. But, you know, everybody got a shot. And if you were watching your own screen, you should have saw it. I just was able to verify it quick. That's all. I was just able to get you guys the headline and then the NATO deal shit. I just opened up my phone, Truth Social. That's why I saw the candle first, and then I went to that. Because that was too big. I don't know if you heard my reaction. That was like, I was pretty shocked by that move. But yeah, there you go. The golds are moving. Meet me at the long term. Oh, the other spies are in play too. Those sweet spot ones are in play now as well. Now the golds aren't moving yet. It just all depends where.
But they're leveling out the golds. They just have fucked up spreads. Yeah, they said they have a deal with Greenland, pretty much. Or a framework with NATO, and then he's taking away the tariffs on Europe starting February 1st. So the thing we had over the weekend, that's it. All right. GG's, baby. Hey, at least I thought it was going to be boring. Damn, 300% now. They ran. I might hold those till tomorrow. I already cashed out a decent amount. Nice. Nice. Still okay. Now you're higher than earlier. So yeah, this is that first level I gave you guys in the morning. So next level will be 69.21 or 69.38. The NATO deal. I don't even think they fully confirmed it, but just Trump put out a True Social saying and that one wasn't even fucking Reuters, man. That was just straight from Trump. But he's saying that he's removing the tariffs. That was pretty much the catalyst. Pull back the tariffs and the market just rips up. So if this does recover at all and we put Japan on the back burner, that's very good information, because now again, Trump's little test run, you get to see the market really like that. You might get rug pulled later, but for now, I'm surprised it's still going like that. I think my only reservation was how much higher this goes, but it's doing pretty well. So yeah, but like if he gives out more details, or if somebody else is like, it sounds like a bad deal, but I do think the bullish catalyst is no tariffs February 1st. Yeah, but the follow through is pretty impressive. That's the only thing I'm worried about. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I think they're gonna come to some agreement where it's just like, let us do bases and shit. He did mention Iron Dome in that statement. All right, man. Well, that was already 10 minutes. It's kind of crazy. I'm still dead, dude. I can't believe this. Ugh. No, it's not gonna be a stay. It sounds like we're just gonna fucking arm the fuck out of Greenland. We'll see though, and let's see where this stops going. But you hit a new high. I mean, shit, in 10 minutes, you made as size enough of like what, a day and a half move. And then Trump's supposed to come on live on CNBC. So he's already like 40 minutes behind schedule there. So maybe this is why, but I'm sure now when Trump goes on live, that's going to be another one. But now you just got to worry about the bonds. But if this is big enough and he starts pumping it more, we might ignore that. And then watch the China plays. Baba. Dog, what a banger. What a fucking banger, dude. My goodness. Well, shit, man. We had a good day then.
Speak life. Life is good. Amen, brother. I am alive. I mean, I'm alive now. Shit. Trump pretty much said NATO deal. He has a framework with NATO rut, and they're removing the tariffs. I'm sorry, I keep misspeaking that. Because they did say he has a framework for a deal, but the real driving up factor is that all those tariffs that were announced Friday on the EU and shit are being removed. So removal of tariffs plus a step forward in the direction of the Greenland deal. So we're not buying Greenland, but we're going to probably make some deal. Oh, I forgot to look, dude. RTX. I'm surprised China's running like that. It should clear the way for it. Again, all those sweet spot plays I gave you from the morning, they're ripping. So, and then even the earlier ones that should have been down. Dude, I think that's, 700% now. So if you held the first ones till now, I took a lot of them at 200%. I made it free and then I took another set. But yeah, they're killing it now. And then any of the ones from the morning, you're already either back up 50% or if they were down and you bought them on the low, you got 200% on those. So yeah. That was a banger. Your only regret is you didn't buy more. But that is the news. Oh, where's the gold? That was, I said, that one's going to be a little shittier. That one, gold, you're going to make more money on it tomorrow. So pretty much if today has follow through, gold is probably going to gap down. That's essentially the key. I don't see Trump live. They're talking about it on Bloomberg now. Trump, they just changed it to 15 more minutes. They're going to probably put him on at 12. Get 2 more, baby. 2 more. No, just the new 10% tariffs are going on. Silver will probably drop as well too, yeah. But you'll get more bang for your buck on gold. But it was hard to get a good gold play. Now the gold plays are doubling on the ask, but the bids are still low if you go see it. But yeah, if you got it at that price, I think you're up 100%. Or no, a little bit less than that. But yeah, like I'm saying, that one's an easy trade, but it's low quality. If this stays up really good by tomorrow, which is not a guarantee, gold will gap down. But then if this kind of like meanders in the middle, gold is going to be a wild card. And then gold is also bullish for other reasons. That was crazy, bro. Where were we when he announced on Friday? Yeah, you were around 691. I don't know about the QQQ, but SPY. So you still got, like, honestly, bro, you're like 2 points away from that on the SPY. Like, low-key, you're kind of already there. I don't know, bro. You might be able to make those gold free if you really want. It's up to you. I sold early too, but I just kept them. You could see that's what you should do in these. You just scale out of them. So like I didn't sell all of them. I made sure the play is free just in case, and then every couple of 100%. But then I stopped selling after the 200-300, just to fucking run it. But yeah, you scale out of them, get your initial investment back, and make life easy, and then that's it. But yeah, that was a bang. That's 1,000% now. You're like 1 cent shy of 1,000%. I have to sell it, right? Because I have the other ones. Meet me at the long term. Wait for it. Hey, give me my meditation music, dog. Thank you. All right, above 1,000 now. I'm taking it. All right, I secured some at 1,000% now. 9 cents to 90. Woo! All
All right, and then if you have the other ones from the morning, you're solid. Yeah, Apple and something Apple Siri chatbot in the second. I think look at it though. Apple's just moving because of the deal. It just looks like they have something. Don't fall for the second one. If that makes any sense. This is all from the Trump news. Are you guys following? So I wouldn't get caught up on any of those. And then if you have the other ones too, any of the sweet spot plays, those are all green now. Those have more time though, but those shouldn't have been up. That's a ridiculous move, you guys. That was 1,000% in 15 minutes, and then any of the other plays from the morning now, just because of that velocity, they ripped. Damn, it just went 1,100%. Okay. Yeah, I think some of the tech stocks are because of the, yeah, Google's moving. I don't know if it's it might be that news, but it also just looks like it's reacting to the market. Because look, Nvidia, Meta, they all kind of had the same one, but Apple is taking a stick. Trump put out a True Social saying that he's removing those tariffs he announced on Friday. Pretty much good news on Greenland. Words and stuff, baby. Containers. He did say it was going to double. He did say it. Yeah, bro. Everything just launched. So what, you guys know what's fucked about this, right? Welcome to the earnings front run. Some of them are still down, but if this continues into tomorrow, all of those earnings plays are going to be fucked up now. And yeah, Apple's already chilling out, but I think that one's kind of trying to trick you. Meet me at the law term. Well, I think you're getting to the bottom end of Friday, dude. That's the crazy part. Yeah, look. So you're you're like one more point, or I guess a point and a half, 1.3. No, I don't have a meme coin play. Just this is what we did a lot in the beginning of last year. And again, for most of the year too, I had the real time, and then you guys just got mad at me for God knows what. But yeah, if you wait for one of these, bro, and you could confirm it, even then, you guys still, like I said, I was making it free. That was only 100, 200% now. But it's like, you wait for these moves, you could just play anything. That's the crazy part. Again, even the secondary plays with like gold and shit, that worked pretty well too. That was a nice way to end the day. They put a bid on the golds, but then they lowered the ask. Yeah, I do think it is. I don't post my plays anymore. But if you're on the locked in, I'll give you some good ideas and you'll get them in real time. But like I said, it's not that I just want you guys to focus on the long term. I mean, if you are a good enough trader and you could use real-time info or even a delayed info to your advantage, you'll be able to make some money, but I don't want to be the guy giving you the drugs. Hopefully you could understand. Where are those? Baidu's ripping. Everything is now. Apple first standalone chatbot in second half 2026. That's the headline on that. Hold the rest of those.
made enough to buy locked in for the year, even on a delay. That's amazing. I just sold some more biotechs. But yeah, good luck. Make volatility great again. Woo! It's not filling me on all these. My plans for the weekend are sleep. I'm sleeping today. That was fun though. We were just chilling. I was just sitting there, wallowing in the sickness, and then, yeah, I got excited. Yeah, there is the watch list too for the locked in. But again, even without the locked in, you guys are getting the same thing. I mean, some of you said you're able to use it. You still made a lot of money without it. So yeah, if your trader in real time would help you, I mean, a move like today, you had about a 5-minute jump on the rest of the modern world, and that's even when I'm sick. Y'all just imagine if I wasn't sick, dog. Are you kidding me? If I had 2 nostrils right now, I think I could have got a little bit more. I wouldn't have sold so early, probably. Yeah, and then Apple's coming out with a chatbot. The OG chat. I mean, again, bro, it's the same exact thing. It's just a minute difference. That's all it is. And I did this all last year for 8 months. I only stopped when you guys started bitching at me for Donald Trump. As if I'm the one who fucking is orange and doing all the shit. Y'all, straight up, we were doing this every fucking day. I was dropping shit on y'all 15 minutes early. I'll get you all the bubble plays early. And then y'all would just ignore the long term and fight with me because I voted for Donald Trump. And then y'all would make the whole chat about it. So, unfortunately, that's why I said I don't want no more gambling. I don't want no more drama. If you get locked in, you could trade, and you still, even then, you could ask them. I mean, I want them to be locked in. That's why I'm letting y'all chat, say whatever the fuck you want. I don't mind, but if you do join the locked in, you better be fucking locked in. And I want people to secure their arc, and I want the long term first, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's what you're gonna do with it. That's all. All it is 60 seconds. That just depends on what you're gonna do with your 60 seconds, Nicolas Cage. But yeah, you guys had a good one on that. Every single person in here. Because I'm telling you, nobody picked. Everybody's either at Davos or they were waiting for me to say it, but you straight up, you had a solid 4 to 5 minute window. So even with a 1 minute delay, you guys were still pretty early. Because we had it confirmed. I was freaking out at the first candle, but I had it all confirmed, and then you should have heard my ding. All right, Apple started. Apple might, I don't know. I think that one's like a trick, but seems decent. You heard that ding. You were on the hunt. Dude, I fucked up. I was looking at the wrong contracts. I'm telling you, I could have played that a lot better. I mean, I'm not going to complain about 1,000%, but fuck. If I had 2 nostrils, I don't understand. Hey, man, I hope it did help. And your long term was up all day regardless. Putin plans contact with U.S. envoy and Kushner on Thursday. Emergency EU leader summit will go on as planned on Thursday. Oh, you have old Babas too. I forgot about those. I'm gonna take those. Those are just under 100. I'm taking those. Yeah, that's a 2% move. 1 point. I mean, we were up on the Nazi like 1.7 earlier. It's just the speed. That's it, bro. You did that in like 10 minutes. You had most of the move, 15 minutes. But yeah, that was actually crazy. But yeah, just the velocity on that. The Russell's up over 2. I like the Qs, but the SPY, I have a little system on it that works really good on these news plays. It's easier to hit. But again, that one was just about being fast. Because like the Qs would have been nice, but I was even calling them out in the morning. If you guys are listening, I was talking about a sweet spot this morning. And then I was giving some out yesterday. So I have a thing that triggers, it's pretty good to watch them. But yeah, they hit. Those all did 1,000%. Couple hundred if you bought them too early. But you still actually have a gain, which you shouldn't have had. But yeah, I mean, next time if there's enough time, I'll probably go to them. But I didn't think that was gonna happen. I knew it would rip, but not like that. So I'm glad with how we played it. You definitely could learn a little bit more to get better at it. But yeah, I don't know if Putin just folded, but it sounds like the EU leaders are kind of tripping. That could be a little bit more negative. I got another one for you. I don't like them. I don't like those as much. Same thing with the gold ones. Any play you make from here on out is going to be a little less quality. Any play you make from right now, it all depends on the follow through for tomorrow. Like those golds came back down. They just dropped the bid. AI wearable pin. Nice. I think that's from the first set of headlines. The news was removing those tariffs he announced on Friday. So, and then a framework with NATO about Greenland. All right, man. Well, that was fun. See? We did good. Trump judge temporarily blocks prosecutors from reviewing materials seized from Washington Post reporter. The fuck? Meet me at the law term. I think everybody did good. I mean, just it's been a while since you've had a Trump news play with that much juice, and I think I could objectively say you all had it early. So, geez, I'm happy for that. I hope you are too. If it made you enough, go buy your locked in for the year, and that way you don't have to play this game. And if you don't need it, you fucking don't need it. And there, look at, life is easy, man. And this wasn't even like a good day, bro. I am dying right now. So I would be a lot more hyped, but I'm glad we got to pull that off. I need to go pee now. So excuse me, I'm gonna go to the restroom. Are they still talking about it?
Louisiana's Attorney General Liz Murrill says that the concepts in the Ten Commandments are something that everyone should be able to get around. Things like thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill.
Heavy snow has been falling in western New York, with some areas receiving more than 2 feet. Another wave of snow is moving through the Great Lakes today, and the South is bracing for snow and ice this weekend. Stocks are up on Wall Street after President Trump's comments on Greenland. The Dow is up 749 points. This is CBS News. A Miami Beach nightclub has fired 3 employees for playing the rap song Heil Hitler. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
The song by Ye, formerly Kanye West, was played at the Club Vendome during a gathering of far-right influencers, including Andrew Tate and young white nationalist Nick Fuentes.
It's sickening.
Joshua Sales with the Greater Miami Jewish Federation has invited the club's employees on a tour of the Holocaust Memorial just down the street.
They need to know where those words came from, what they mean to the Jewish community.
The club says it has a zero-tolerance policy towards anti-Semitism and has permanently banned the guests involved. Michael Wallace,
hey, yo,
CBS.
Way to kill the vibe,
Famous, which began as a 5-cent...
What the fuck is it? What? They played the song, Heil Hitler. What the fuck? All right, man. I wanted some stock news. My bad, bro. My bad. All my options hit, screaming locked in, screaming locked in. Oh, no? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just saying all my options hit. You know what I'm saying? I need it. Shout out to locked in, bro. Even the locked out. I think the rest of the world was locked out on that one. Oh. Well, dude, where's Trump, man? That just delayed Trump by, like, literally an hour. Well, it is. It is power hour. You're, like, 5 minutes behind, bro. That was Bloomberg. I didn't know Bloomberg cycles their little news things through CBS. Yeah, that was actually Bloomberg. It just kept saying that's what Bloomberg's doing what I'm doing because all their reporters are in Davos. So they just play in everybody else's commercials.
Was the president making some comments there about
now they're going over what just happened.
Talking about domestic U.S. issues. We've got the CEO of Habitat for Humanity in just a moment on the way to address the housing crisis. Curious about what that strategy might be.
And the rest of the world
Edgar,
turning its back.
Father Edgar coming back.
Greg Peters is going to be
on
1,000%. Investment officer of PGIM
What's
Fixed
up,
Income.
Baby? I'd scream way louder if my voice wasn't gone. I love you all.
Story on the Bloomberg in the past 60 minutes. President Trump said he would refrain from imposing tariffs on goods from European nations opposing his effort to take possession of Greenland, citing a framework for a future deal. I put quotations because those are his words. He was reached regarding the island. So we're talking about the island, of course, of Greenland. So it was kind of like a wait, what moment for a bunch of us, because the president has been for days leading up to Davos talking about acquiring that island. So maybe he found an off-ramp. So let's see what Nick Wadhams has to say. Bloomberg News National Security Team Leader Nick Wadhams is in the Bloomberg DC News Bureau. It was, Nick, it felt like a little bit like a wait, what moment, although we did have some market observers yesterday saying that, you know, the president's going to figure out a way out of this. How do you read? What's your read on this?
Right. I mean, it's one of those things that's a little bit shocking, but not entirely surprising. We've definitely been through this before, where the Trump
was almost perfect,
administration, the president himself ratchets up pressure, says he's going to impose tariffs, and then backs down right at the last minute. The big question is going to be what this framework agreement will be, what it will entail, what will happen to Greenland, because the president was quite explicit in his comments today that he wants Greenland as U.S. territory. So what
I know how to do it. I'm just not good at it.
Is going to be there, but also then, of course, what happens in the future, because we've been in this cycle so many times.
Play around with Gemini, but then even Claude, they have a thing called Ralphie,
and then escalates
you can kind of get it to run some
again,
tests
and it's a
figure
sort
it
of
out.
rinse and repeat situation. So. Markets are certainly happy, but I don't think there's any indication, at least that I'm seeing, that we're anywhere near out of the woods, and you won't see the president just ratchet pressure up once again as a negotiating tool if this framework
it's still
deal,
gonna cost
the
you some
details
money.
become more specific, aren't really to his liking.
Well, he did make a comment earlier today in his speech at Davos, Nick, that he wouldn't use force, and I'm wondering if which is great, as you know, we don't want. I just want to say, like, we don't want conflict here. I think I can say that. But is there another way to do this if somebody who is not selling something says they're not interested in selling that thing to you? Like, I don't understand the how to thread that needle.
Right. I mean, to me, the most likely scenario is that you would see the U.S. put more military assets in Greenland. Of course, that's something that the U.S. has been allowed to do for many decades. In fact, over the decades, the U.S. has drastically scaled back its military presence in Greenland. And Greenland and Denmark have absolutely no objection to the U.S. bolstering military assets at bases all up and down the island and putting essentially as much as they want there. What you heard from the president today as well was this mention of Golden Dome, which is his so far unproven, essentially, missile interceptor system.
God, this guy's such a buzzkill. The Golden Dome, which is essentially unproven. All right, bro. Trump said his outline of Greenland is everything we wanted. That might be the readout from the, what's it called? That might be the readout from the thing. Yeah, I see it. He's talking somewhere. And then China Vice Premier meets Jamie Dimon, Cook, Dalio, and other CEOs. So yeah, Trump had an exclusive like an hour ago. Hasn't came on, but you're getting reporter comments now. What taco do you want? Bro, just say you didn't get to play. It's fine, man. It's so you're relaxed. It's cool, dude. Don't worry. You don't have to like money, man. I get it. It's not for everybody. But yeah, I don't know, man. It is it? No, today's Wednesday. Fuck. Thought it was Taco Tuesday. Yeah, framework is a long-term deal. So yeah, he's hyping it up now. That's probably what we're going to hear when he starts talking. Come on.
The S&P 500 is going to cut 2 to 3 times this year. Go back in history and find me a year where multiples contracted under those conditions. You just can't do it. So I do think that the nature of this market has changed, and that's pushed valuations higher. Margins continue to go higher. The quality of this market is much better than it has been. If you look at ROIC, return on invested capital, across the cross-section of companies. Okay. I mean, think it all
Warren,
exactly what Dan's saying.
I'm going to interrupt you now because CNBC's Joe Kernan, as I said, just wrapping up his interview with President Trump. Let's listen.
Oh?
Mr. President, it's great to see you. Thanks for the time.
Nice seeing you.
Oh, so they're going to...
One question I had. We did this 5
They're playing
years
this
ago.
later.
I don't think you reflect too much because you're.
So it's done. It's pre-recorded, motherfuckers.
What's happened in the world and what's happened
That's
in
whack.
the past 5 years, I just can't help but.
Yeah, it's not gonna. They're gonna play it like it's live, and y'all get mad about the delay. They have this whole thing recorded, and they're gonna front like it's live.
It's been a great ride.
But yeah, this is a clip from it.
Nothing's easy in life, but
moments ago.
We have a tremendous economy going right now, and we have a country that's the hottest country anywhere in the world. And this took place over 1 year. We just celebrated.
Yeah, now they're playing
years,
it.
You know.
Here's how I was going to start. I was going to say you gave it very compelling in terms of talking about what you've done in the first year domestically, but also very compelling in the case you made about Greenland. So I was going to ask you, did you see any of your European cohorts nodding? But I guess I don't have to ask that now because of the news.
Yeah, Denmark welcomes President Trump's step.
Can you go into what you just talked about?
Calling it a positive step forward, ending trade tensions, hoping to allow a return to normal diplomatic channels, emphasize any agreement must respect the Greenlandic people, expressed readiness to engage in direct talks.
Also, Greenland, and it has to do with the security, great security, strong security, and other things.
The market, 600 points, getting back a lot of some of the nervousness we had in the last couple of days. The tariffs are off. Nothing happens on February 1st.
No, we took that off because it looks like we have pretty much a concept of a deal.
A deal of ownership, a deal.
Well, it's a little bit complex, but we'll explain it.
It's a deal of a deal. We deal to deal the dealing. It's like a dealer, but we're dealing with the dealer. No deal, but we're gonna get a deal.
Where does Denmark,
can you deal with that?
Did they weigh in on what they want, what they would agree to?
Well, I assume they did because he very much represents.
I think it did start an hour ago. I think they just recorded it.
And he.
Trump said, I want to give the live market news.
Are mineral rights involved? Is ownership involved? Did the Golden Dome sway people?
I don't want to say yet, but...
The Golden Dome was very compelling today when you talked about that.
Yeah, the Golden Dome, and they're going to be involved in the Golden Dome, and they're going to be involved in mineral rights, and so are we.
It's not specific enough to know at this point how long this lasts, whether it's...
Forever.
Forever.
It'll be forever.
For Greenland at this point.
Yeah. Forever.
That's staggering.
That's better than a 99-year.
This is what, 2 hours after.
It's better than the Obama deal with the famous Iran nuclear deal with a 9-year deal. No, this is forever. This is a long term.
I mentioned that you could have come over here and just talked about what you wanted to. Before you left, I think you wanted to talk about where the progress that you've made in terms domestically with the economy and everything else in the United States. And you didn't have to talk, I didn't think you had to talk about Greenland, but you're always moving on to the next thing.
In the speech I gave, I talked a lot about Greenland because we need it for security, and now we're going to have even better security, I think, than I would have had before.
And I know how you operate. I know that you didn't take force off of the table, but all along, I think if there was going to be a war, it was going to be a trade war. Is that fair to say?
I think so, yeah. I don't see us fighting with Denmark,
NATO.
Fighting with
you've done so much
NATO.
to try to strengthen NATO. I'm sure you don't want to see the dissolution of something you work.
I'm proud of NATO from the standpoint. Look, I brought them up from 2% to 5% of GDP. They're paying a lot of money. They pay us a lot of money because they buy missiles and they buy a lot of things. Unfortunately, Obama gave them $350 billion for Ukraine, which was just terrible. I mean, the whole thing was terrible. It should have never happened. That's a war that should have never happened. But they paid a lot of money, and I don't know if you know, but I signed a rare.
Putin has agreed to join
Ukraine
peace board.
Probably get most of that back, maybe more back than we haven't. But what they did, they were just giving out money like cookies to a child.
I know how much you've done today, so I'm going to bounce from thing to thing.
Yeah.
We talked about geopolitical concerns today. We also mentioned Iran, and I made the point that I never thought that Greenland, that geopolitical events would include an actual shooting war. Iran's a different case. It could be tariffs, which you've already announced for Iran. Could be further action than what we've already seen in Iran. Most people think that you probably prevented the loss of I don't know how many lives for some of the protesters.
Thousands, more than that.
Was that the end of the story, though?
Well, they had one thing specifically that really got me. They were going to hang the old-fashioned hanging. They were going to hang 837 people on Thursday. And I told them, you can't do that. If you do that, it's going to be bad. I don't want to go exactly what I said, but nasty. And they canceled it, hopefully permanently.
But those tariffs are still on, including China. Has China responded to
sanctions?
25% for anyone who does business with Iran, and that will go forward.
Yeah, that's going forward.
That will go forward. There are assets moving into the Gulf, obviously carriers and other things. So a lot of people are wondering whether that's a prelude to further action.
Well, we hope there's not going to be further action, but they're shooting people indiscriminately in the streets. And they were going to look, this was a big thing for me, they were going to hang 830,
Right.
I like this Donald guy.
Mostly young
you know that?
people.
When you did
He's a good president.
Fordo, you got a lot of grief.
See, y'all, I don't know.
Now, the grief is, you promised
Good work,
to do
Donald.
something
Good
in
work.
Iran. Now they want you to do.
You don't want people to get shot.
You said you were going to help.
He made them cancel hangings.
And now you're not. So you can't.
So wild to say.
We had, of course, again, I mean, if I came up with the cure to cancer, they'd say, why didn't you do it faster?
If you walked on water, you can't swim.
Yeah, look, they're sick people. They really are. They are. We call it Trump derangement syndrome.
Should we stay tuned in Iran? I guess that's my question.
I guess. I mean, look, it's.
I guess.
It's a rough place. It's a place that we hit very hard with the nuclear. Ending the nuclear. They would have had a nuclear weapon long ago.
Yeah, he said we'll be involved with
Had a
minerals.
nuclear weapon probably a month after we had we not hit. And we hit them hard, the B-2 bombers. We just ordered 25 additional B-2 bombers. They were unbelievable. Those things they were totally undetectable. They were undetected. And think of it, with no moon, in the dark of night, late in the evening, every single one of those bombs in the Giants, every single one of those bombs hit its targets and just obliterated the place. So we're going to find out where they are now about what they're going to do with nuclear. They can't do the nuclear. The one thing I've been strong on, they can't do the nuclear. Now, this attack that we did at the time, which is now a little bit older than what happened in Venezuela recently, which was equally as good, but the attack in Iran, if they do it, it's gonna happen again.
That's not me breathing on an oxygen tank. You hear that?
They keep experimenting.
Why does it sound like fucking Darth Vader back there?
At some point, they're gonna get the idea that they can't do that. They're just not gonna be able to do that. Can't let them have it.
Something else that we might find out in the near future is the replacement for Jay Powell.
It's true.
I just saw the Mr. Hassett, who I have a pretty good relationship with. And you're right.
He's fantastic.
He comes on.
I like actually keeping him where he is, to want to know the truth. I don't want to lose him. He's so good on television.
Last time Trump said that, the bonds got clapped.
Are we down to 2 now? Are we down to... I heard Rick Reeder had a strong...
I'd say we're down to 3, but we're down to 2, and I probably can tell you we're down to maybe 1 in my mind. But
did
I will
Rick
say
Reeder
this,
impress you in recent...
Very impressive. Yeah, he's been there for...
Because for a while the betting markets had Warsh in the lead.
Well, Rick is very good. They're all good. All 3 are good. All 3 would be, I think, good. We have a problem with the man that's there now. He's too late. He's always too late, except when it comes to politics for the other side, where he was actually too early.
Another one, a person I know you have a great deal of admiration for, is your Treasury Secretary.
Yeah.
He made the point that...
By the way, he only wants to stay where he is. That's one thing.
Right.
He's fantastic, but Scott only wants to stay where he is.
His point, as a real estate guy, some people say you always want lower rates, but Scott made the point that if you have productivity gains, whether it's from AI or whether it's from Big Beautiful Bill, whatever it is, that you need a Fed chairman that can't get too agitated about a hot GDP number. In other words, we might be at a point where we
I don't know. I think it's the cameraman breathing.
Nominal GDP.
That's not me, bro.
Or after inflation of 5%.
Cameraman totally is holding those spy calls still.
It's inflationary, and that you need to raise rates. So have you considered someone that could be like a Greenspan in the 90s?
Well, that's what I want. I mean, right now, if you announce great numbers, the stock market goes down because they say, they're going to raise the rate, they're going to kill it. Which really stops you from having any great runs, and we want to have a great run. So we're going to be at 5.
You hear this, motherfucker?
They're predicting. I don't know. It's much higher than they thought. But let's say we're at 5.5. We could be at 10.
You hear it?
We could be at 12. We could be at 15. But immediately when they announce good numbers, now in the old days,
it sounds like a fucking CPAP machine.
No, but 20. I know you look good. Whatever you're doing, keep. But look. Joe, in the old days when you had a good run, you'd announce good numbers and the stock market would go up. Now the stock market crashes every time you have good numbers because they think everyone's going to raise rates. And growth is not a big cause of inflation. In fact, it can go the other way. So look, we've had tremendous growth and we have almost no inflation. For the last 3 months, we have 1.2% inflation, and yet we've had tremendous growth.
Do you, at this point, have plans for what you would do? And you said you won't fire Jay Powell. Let's say he decides, I'm not going to be pushed around. I don't like the way I was treated. Whatever he decides. And what if he decides to stay on the Fed? He doesn't need to leave when he's no longer chairman.
We'll see how it all works out. I mean,
that could create a block of 4 people that still vote.
We'll have to, in this world, we live with the cards you dealt. And if that happens, his life won't be very, very happy, I don't think, by doing it. I think he wants to get out. He has not done a good job. He's done a horrible job on buildings. He took a small little complex, the Federal Reserve complex. I could have redone it. I could have fixed it for $25 million. It would have looked beautiful. I think he's up to almost $4 billion.
Yeah.
The most expensive project ever built per square foot. And he's either incompetent or he's crooked, I guess, right? But so we'll find out. So if he stays, he stays. If he doesn't stay, he doesn't stay.
Do you know what would satisfy?
Think of it. He took this job.
Yeah.
And they're up to almost $4 billion for a little building. I'm building this massive ballroom. I'm way under budget. It's going to cost less than $400 million. It's going to cost maybe $300 million for this massive project. I just built, relatively recently, I built a hotel, the Waldorf in Washington, and I spent like $250 million. It's a much bigger complex than the Federal Reserve and much more complex. So I said, how did they spend $3 to $4 billion on this little thing? I could have done it for $25 million, and it would have been nicer than what they're doing.
Does Tom Tillis, and I know he's not going to be a senator much longer, but he probably could prevent someone from being voted on while this subpoena is still an issue. Are there just a couple of, do you know anything about what would be necessary for Chair Powell to answer for, to where this would be withdrawn so
no,
we can move forward?
I don't know about Tom Tillis, but he's not going to be a senator too much longer.
Yeah. But you figure whomever you nominate is going to have an easy...
Whatever. I mean, whatever it is, life. Whatever.
Life. Whatever happens. Because we don't have a lot of time, I was going to needle you a little bit about Senator Elizabeth Warren and a meeting of the minds. That's something that wasn't on
Thank you.
my...
Oh, it's me.
That wasn't on my...
I still don't know who's
She was
breathing.
Very happy with this phone call, I'll tell you. Now, look.
You won't be having a lot of policy discussions with her, other than...
But credit card companies are getting 28%, 30%. These people don't know they're paying that.
Right. Is
and
it a 1 year?
1 year cap of 10%. And I love it. I know it's sort of like, it sounds like the mayor of New York maybe came up with that, but people are paying, they can't make it. They can't pay 28. Whatever happened to usury, they can't pay 28%. And so I said 1 year, I'd like to see a 1 year cap of 10% with the credit card companies. And they'd understand that. I've had calls from credit card companies, people that are friends of mine actually, and I treat them good. I respect them greatly, but they make a lot of money. They got to give people a break. 28% interest. People go out and they buy something, and if they're a little bit late, they're paying 28%. They end up filing for bankruptcy. So I would like to see that happen, yeah.
So there's, I guess we're getting toward the end, but there's classic conservatism, there's populism, and I guess there's common sense. Is that how you would describe some of the steps that you make? I mean, there are people that call it statism, or that we're getting too involved with managing the private sector.
I'm conservative.
I think Trump's a good guy. I like him.
People say,
I'm a big fan of this Trump fella.
Are you a conservative?
He's growing on me. He's growing on me. I see a lot of people I don't know. That's why it's kind of nice to see the people talk smack. Because then I get to compare it, but the more, I don't know, the more I see it, I'm like, I kind of like this guy.
Ridiculous thing.
I think he's really, I like it. I like the straight. I don't like the breathing, but I don't think that's him. But yeah, I like him, bro. I like
from Venezuela. And by the way, we picked up 50 million barrels of oil the other day from Venezuela. We're going to sell it at the market price. We're going to give some to Venezuela. We're going to keep some. That's going to be great. You know, we're getting along great.
Yeah, bro, you could have built a football stadium with the Fed budget, and they had enough money left over to build a basketball stadium.
Venezuela was sort of
It's quite fascinating.
Pretty hot country, and now it's going to be maybe hot again. By the way, they'll make more money with us than they would have made in 25 years.
All these things the 10% on the credit cards, the not allowing corporations to buy single-family homes. It all seems to be.
Well, they were gobbling up all the homes.
It's aimed at affordability, I think, at this point.
It's also aimed at common sense again, but they were buying up all the homes. People couldn't buy homes, you know. You have.
Well, no, it's just like the same, like, I don't know. You know, it's like when people talk about somebody, because, like, I don't really think about Trump that much. But then I'll, like, read comments, and then people, like, really get mad at him. And then it makes me think about him, and then I'm like, you know what? He's not that bad of a guy.
You know, it's good investment.
That's what's been happening the last couple days. Because then I'm like, why are they mad at, like, because they'll be like, he's like, I stopped hanging, and they're like, what a clown, and I'm like, why is that? That's
energetic.
That's
more
awesome.
energetic than I am right now. Thank you for the time.
You're doing just fine.
Thank you for the time, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, that the President of the United States, of course, and our very own.
Wow, I can't believe that, though.
Thousands of homes and renting them or doing whatever they do with them. Some of them are flipping them for a big profit. But it got to be too much, too many.
Well, I don't know if they cut it off.
You know, it's good investment. And we're not saying take them away, but we're saying that we don't want that. We want people to be able to buy a home.
Been a long day for you, I know, and
all right, yeah, that was it. All right. Well, Chad, 30 minutes left. I think we're done with the day. Again, the follow-through was nice for a little bit, but I'm glad I took the 1,000 when I did. And now we're going to chill. We'll see what happens tomorrow. That's why I said, man, I like the volatility. I'll kind of like, get ready for the fucking fake Reuters headline too, you guys. You know that's coming up next, right? I bet you there's going to be one tomorrow, and they'll be like, Donald Trump puts troops in Greenland. And then it'll drop, and then it'll rip once they're like, I didn't say that. I didn't do that. So, yeah, but I like that, bro. We haven't had a move like that in months. I'm glad they try to get, man, you thought my immune system was going to keep me out of that? Fuck out of here. Woo! And we got some earnings, bro. Well, Chad, I hope you had a good day. You know, we grinded through it, and it paid off. So God bless America. About taking profits and not feeling bad. I mean, shit, it's just what you just saw. Like, I sold early in the beginning, and then I sold the last ones at 1,000%, and then that's it. So, you know, on plays like that, you have to be okay with adequate. I'm telling you. Otherwise, it'll kill you. Because last year, we had plays left and right last year. And that was the best way to do it. You should watch your cash balance. Make sure you're getting paid. Don't walk away not getting paid for being correct. And I wouldn't overthink it. If you overthink it, trying to get more and more, that's where you're going to get fucked up. But I would get in the habit of scaling out. So you're going to need more than one contract if it's an option. But the idea is like slowly move out of the play instead of all at once. I like to get my money back, and then I'll hold it, sell another set, and then get the last ones out. That's how I did that one. I sold 3 times. I bought once, I sold 3 times. I got 100%, and then 250, and then 1,000. And then that was it. So I left some money on the table, but it was overall, you play it like that, you know, you give yourself opportunity to make mistakes and all that. But yeah, just be okay with adequate. That's what I'm saying. You can't, emotional regulation. That's all you need. You know, if you could regulate your emotions and not get too caught up in it, you're going to have a good time. But if not, I mean, you're not going to hit everything perfectly. Oh. Bro. It feels like I'm drowning. When I, like, breathe in, it feels like water is rushing up my nose. Who's this? Give me a second. I need to blow my nose, dog.
Up further, and it won't really solve the housing crisis. So we need really a little bit of everything. We do need demand-side solutions, but the most important thing is to increase the supply of houses at the low end of the market.
You know, I don't always understand. I mean, I understand giving developers breaks and tax breaks to build in certain areas that maybe need some juice and some help, right? To get it kind of back and bring back a community, bring back a city, bring back a town. But I'm amazed at like tax abatements that still get given.
But yeah, I didn't tell anybody to play. You could ask, but I'm not going to tell you. But like, that was just like literally, I did tell you guys it was a spy play, but just go look at the spy. I did say the date, I think, but you could have just looked at any play on the timing of that, and you could have saw them. They all went up 1,000%. I'm clicking on a random one. That's what I'm saying. Even with the delay, so I was freaking out around 27. You guys should have all heard it by 28. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. So yeah, they were all, even the ones far out the money were still between 3 and 5. So you could have clicked anywhere. Any fucking play you picked on that would have ran. So, but yeah, I'm not sharing the place. But because again, I think a lot of you are going to get burned doing that. That's just the reality of it, especially if you're like, what play? And then you don't know how to do this, and especially if the speed or emotions, it's fun while it lasts, but if you let it get the best of you and you're like, wow, I made 1,000%, let me put all my money in, it's just very easy to get burned on these. So I would enjoy it while it happens, but the strategy we're building around is padding the stats. That's it. We got our main long-term working for us. I could make my money doing a lot of other things, and I'm using a way smaller amount to pad the stats. Because again, if you get high risk opportunity with 10% of your 10%, you're going to be good. But it's very easy to start putting way more into that and then getting clapped. So yeah, it just all depends on the amount. I bought more contracts because they were cheap. So I bought a bunch of them, but then I just saw that candle. That was it. The first candle got me. I haven't seen a candle like that in a minute. That's why I was assuming it was news, and I was checking. I didn't see, my wire wasn't showing anything. Everything was dry, so I went straight to the Truth Social, and then by that time I was already in it. But otherwise, I would have went a lot smaller. That was just a situation where it was there. I think we're just chilling out. That's why it's dumping. Not really dumping, but the follow through. Because remember, it wasn't all about the. It wasn't all just the Trump Greenland. There was other factors of why we're down. So that's why I said the follow through is going to be a little tricky. You're not giving you free will by not giving you the plays? Oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm not Jesus, right? You got to take that free will up with Jesus, sir. Not with me. You know that. How are you a self-proclaimed Christian? How you celebrate pagan holidays? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by Trump. You be a fool. So listen, man. I've settled with that already. Like I said, God is good, but you're gonna have to figure that one out. So today was fun, but painful, dude. Painful. You know that? I'm like still just dude. We were just chilling there. We were just chatting away, and then action. I like action though, man. Volatility is exciting. Separate your long-term buying power and contract. Easy. Do not put them in the same account. That's one of the biggest things I've been telling people, because that's how you're going to fuck everything up. I would not have your long-term mixed with your trading account. Just join locked in. Welcome, baby. Welcome. So yeah, you're gonna be on real time. Just don't let it fuck with you, man. Again, last year I was really straightforward with everybody, and I do think the locked in is a great source, but don't let it get the best of you. That's it. A lot of this is emotions, and you got to secure your fucking shit. And as long as you do that, man, let it serve you. You let it serve you, you're gonna have such a good time. But if you let it get the best of you and you fall for the emotions and the gambling, it's gonna backfire. Almost 5.5 years. Futures are great for that, but the thing you got to watch out for, because watch, bro, I'll bet you money right now. Give it like a week. Reuters is going to come in with a fake article. And then that's going to be where you're like, why did I buy a future? So, yeah. The news was Trump said he had a deal with Greenland, and that pretty much removing those tariffs that they put in on Friday. So yeah, man. I know a lot of things chilled out. Those apples chilled out, gold chilled out. But yeah, we got it literally within seconds, so it ended up being a very good one. But that velocity, man, we haven't seen that velocity on the market in a really long time. Yes, there is no delay in the locked in. I know, bro. You ain't seen my email, bro. You should see the guilt trip emails. I haven't even showed you it. I'm gonna show you it one day. That's it. I'm just keeping it in the piggy bank. You know that? Maybe I'm turning petty, but you should have seen homeboy was writing LinkedIn articles, and he was trying to guilt trip me, and I gave him a good answer, and that's why I was like, this is why I don't answer to people, because I'm saying, bro, I don't want you guys to fuck your shit up gambling. Last year, if you followed along with the long term, we made a fuck ton trading, but even without it, you would have changed your life just on the long term. You could have gotten so many good moves. You wouldn't have had to fall for the drama. Go ahead. Y'all could take the trash anywhere else if you want to fall into gambling. At least it's not going to be my fault. And I'm more than happy living like that. I don't regret anything. So it's like, bro, I just want you guys to be served in the right way. And you may not agree with that, but like I'm saying, I got to test it out for a decent amount of time now. And I know it works, and I know what we're good at and what we have an advantage on, and we have an edge. And I want to preserve that edge for people, but at the same time, I want to make sure people win. I want effectiveness. I want to get to the fucking finish line, and I want them to secure it, because some of you realize it and see it, and you have to get through a certain barrier, a threshold. But I'm telling you, you are so much closer than you think. And if you could secure it, not give up your shit, you're right there, bro, and your whole life is about to change, and you're gonna have a really good, secure financial future. And at the same time, bro, I've seen people do very well and be right at the doorstep of success, and then throw it all away on shit that they weren't even willing to put a little bit of time into. You know what I'm saying? That's the real killer. Because like, there's good info here, but like, if you're not even willing to give the time investment and like understand it, and you're just seeing dollar signs, it's gonna fuck you up. So yeah, man. But I think we could all do good. But yeah, you in my world now, son. So that's why I've been saying that since last year. Buying a high-priced house in the neighborhood matter if you plan on it being your primary residence? I mean, yes and no. Living in it for a long time, it will help, but you don't want to overpay for a house, because if you have repairs, your equity, all that shit, try to get a fair deal. But the better the location, the better the property. 9 minutes ago, firefighters evacuated main venue at World Economic Forum. Davos responded. According to White House, President Trump was not affected by evacuation. Long term. If you're here from the long term, follow along, baby. You're not missing anything. And I can't wait. Another year of long term after a good year and several years of stacking. Before you guys are going to start speeding up, boys. Yeah, it's super easy to gamble now. But that's why I did everything I did. Because I'm telling you, as long as you don't bite the apple, you guys are going to get so fucking rich. If you avoid stupid, you have no idea. That's why I said I don't want any part with it. If I did, I'd take all the sponsor money. They would pay me a lot of money. But I'm telling you, if you could avoid the foolishness, it's going to open up a fucking lane for you. So I hope y'all do it, man. Be comfortable with boring and slow. That was kind of what we were talking about today. Today was hella boring, bro. I've been sick, man. I've been dying, but it's kind of crazy how, just still locked in, baby. Still paying attention. You're able to do some damage. Same amounts. I don't deposit into the long term or the trading account. Last year and a half, I've been wiring out. So, but yeah, even then I try to get a bag with it, but I haven't had to deposit to a trading account in a minute. And then I deposit the same amount to all the long terms. If you see weird volume, can you run your thing on it? Yeah, what's the ticker? I could pull up the list right now. But it might not trigger. Unusual volume. So I got Petrobras, Qualis, WK, Sava, Goro, MRAM again, Dan, P10, Airs, BLDP, ABEX, ABEV, SY, DEI, and Checkpoint. And there's a couple more. Those are the top ones. Global Foundries is not on there. Global Foundries is responding to Intel most likely. Remember that triggered not too long ago? But as far as like comparing it to 30-day averages, that's not triggering anything. That's just moving up with Intel most likely. Intel. The Greenland, I mean, a couple of mineral plays, but low key, a lot of those haven't done too good. And then they were hyping up, oh, who's that? Oh, there was a NATO clip.
Media for being here.
He looks so orange.
Long
there.
trips, and this was a long
They
one.
fucked in him with the exposure, bro.
Working very well. We're having tremendous.
That's the most orange I've ever seen him.
With, people of very big consequence having to do with war and peace, which is why we're here. And I just want to thank the.
Bro, I wanted to pay. You know that?
Being with us, we have a few things to discuss.
He would have the same hairline as me without the toupee. Now that I think about it.
He's doing a fantastic job. We've been friends. We lifted GDP from 2% to 5% together. That was done jointly, and it worked out really very well, and we appreciate it, Mark. So we'll be talking about various things. We'll be talking about Greenland. I imagine it may come up in our discussion. And but I think the trip has been amazing so far. It's been amazing. As you know, we're staying, and tomorrow we're doing something else having to do with the Board of Peace. We're getting tremendous acceptance of that. It's going to be great. So we'll see how that all works out, but we're doing that tomorrow. So thank you very much, media. Thank you very much. And Mark, would you like to say?
Just briefly, what I just wanted to say again, as I did this morning when I was in a panel, I want to thank you again for what you did since coming in January, Trump 47. Basically getting the Europeans and Canada to really step up, and that led to the enormous success we had in The Hague with the 5%, which is crucial to defend ourselves and to also equalize with what the US is paying. This was a problem already there since Eisenhower. I always tell the Europeans, you're completely committed to NATO, but there is also that one irritant, and it is this factor, that the Europeans were not paying the same as the US was paying. And we solved it, and this is crucial also because we need the money to protect ourselves. There's one thing I heard you say yesterday and today, you were not absolutely sure.
Yeah, bro,
that
you know the
Europeans
GFS, it's not triggering because remember like 2 weeks ago or a week ago it kept having that unusual options. So that's why it's not triggering. Because the last couple weeks it was already up 1,000%. So that's fucking with the average. But yeah, I think that's all because of Intel. Oklo, Kathy Wood Long. Cat at 90, Kathy. She waited till now. I guess it's not too bad, but no, okay. All right, Kathy. Well, you can make 100% innovation. All the cameramen be breathing hella hard today. Oh, man. Oh, man. How much time we got? 15 minutes? So, wrap it up. Denmark, Greenland, United States will go forward aimed at ensuring Russia and China will never gain a foothold, economically or military. NATO spokesperson. Oh, I guess they're reading out. I guess we should finish this then. It's all coming from this.
Mr. President, the Danish foreign minister rejected your call to negotiate on Greenland. What will those...
I didn't call him.
No, sorry. The Danish foreign minister rejected what you said in your speech that you were hoping to negotiate to acquire Greenland, essentially saying that this is not something that they are willing to discuss. So what will those negotiations
Well, they
look
didn't
like?
tell me that, so when they tell me, because I don't like getting it secondhand, if he wants to tell me, he'll tell me that to my face.
And when will you be discussing this?
I have no idea.
When you said you would
be discussing it with this man right here.
Mr. President,
He's frankly more important.
Mr. President, when you said you would remember if Denmark did not agree to a deal on Greenland, what did you mean? What are the consequences?
You'll have to figure that out for yourself. You're a smart guy.
Mr. President, do you see a price for Greenland that's reasonable?
I could see that, yeah.
Like, how would you calculate
I
that?
could see that, but there's a bigger price, and that's the price of safety and security and national security and international security having to do with many of your countries. That's really the price, and that's the big price. And as you know, we're doing the Golden Dome. It's going to be very expensive. And it's better if we have Greenland than it is without. It's going to be safer, it's going to be stronger, it's going to be better for Europe, and it's going to be better for us. And so we'll see what happens. Any other questions?
Is it reassuring to hear the NATO Secretary General say NATO will defend the United States if it comes under attack?
Well, I hope that that's true. I mean, he's a good man. He's never lied to me before. You know, we've had a good relationship, and he made that statement. That's nice. I mean, I just, you know, when I see what's happening with Greenland, I wonder, because I want Greenland for security. I don't want it for anything else. We have so much rare earth. We don't know what to do with it. We don't need it for anything else. And in terms of Greenland, you know, you have to go 25 feet down through ice to get it. It's not something that a lot of people are going to do or want to do. No, this is security we're talking about. And I can say one thing about Mark. He wants security, and he wants security for all of us, I think. We're a member of NATO. He wants security for NATO and beyond.
For NATO.
So when he says that, Steve, I think it's very nice. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press.
Thank you.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press. Let's go. Let's go. Start moving. Thank you, Press.
All right. How about Steve's again? Oh, man. I didn't say that. All right. Well, Chad, I'd wrap it up. You're back to the high of this morning, though. That's what kind of sucks. That move was exciting, but, like, you're literally just back to the morning level if you think about it, which is kind of nuts. I don't know the earnings for today. There's going to be a couple, but tomorrow, Intel. That's really going to be... I think there's a couple. I think even Procter & Gamble in the morning. So that could also move. That'll even move Kimberly-Clark. But yeah, you'll get a couple. Let me double check. And then you could watch the option pricing video. That still works in 2026. I mean, again, literally, Netflix was one standard deviation, and then it just pulled back. I think, again, we still got to deal with the bond shit. So, yeah, you got, what? Yeah, you got banks and, like, oil. Nothing after hours today. Then tomorrow morning, PG, GE, Abbott, McCormick, and then a couple of gold names, and then Intel. It's funny because, like, people used to not give a shit about Intel, but moving 10% a day, I think Intel is going to be very, very talked about. Do-do-do-do-do. Hold on. I wanted sneeze, but I can't sneeze. Fuck that gambling. I do like that idea. I think it could be this could have just been a plot to get them to spend more on European defense without the U.S. spending more.
Yeah, I think PG is going to be big too. Again, PG's down a lot, consumer staples, all that. Is there Mobileye earnings? Oh, no way. I like Mobileye just for the robotic pump. Those are up since that. I think it was like one of these moves. Mobileye tomorrow pre-market. Mobileye just sucks how it trades. McCormick, the spice company, yeah, they're pretty big. Yeah, they own a lot of stuff, but yeah, they report in the morning. Intel has just begun. Well, again, it's like 57 and then 61 to 62, and then I think it gets crazy after that, bro. If you get higher than 62, 63, then it's just about getting above 70, and then if you get above 68, 70, we're talking all-time highs on Intel. So that could happen, but also too, I mean, remember, this stock didn't do shit for 20 years. Yeah, looking at the sun does work. Uh-huh. There's no sun out, bro. It's like cloudy today. I still had fun, though. It was a good day. The mornings were rough. That's why. But then even then, we were just distracted with Trump all day. I can't believe he waited for a True Social, bro. You didn't even have to go to Switzerland, dog. You could have just stayed home and put out that True Social. Save the market, dog. We watched him from 6 in the morning. Didn't we go live at like 5:30? It was kind of crazy. But yeah, Chad, you only got 5 minutes. So final 5, it'll all be about what we get into tomorrow. Couple of consumer earnings. And then again, it's already Thursday. After next week too, though, it starts to get a little bit more active. So get ready. Is it the first rally? I guess so. First real rally since Intel got clobbered for multiple years. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday Junior. Tomorrow's Thursday. Well, speaking of Intel, another 52-week high. Trump really does give a buy signal. He does. I mean, he said it this morning, but he said it's going to double the market. But yeah, I think just the fact of today too, though, as of lately, you know, the market hasn't been doing much, and like there's been a lot of eyes on him, but with everything going on, the fake volatility created through all the panic, it's good to listen to him. Again, we haven't had a move like that in a minute, and that's why I'm telling you, mark my words, you are going to get a fake Reuters report in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Do you guys understand? Because now once these motherfuckers see that you can make 1,000% in 10 minutes, they're all going to be like, why don't we just lie? How about we lie and we get information and then we misrepresent it and then we buy call? You guys know that, right? And then we blame Donald Trump for insider trading because we do it. So yeah, just get ready for it. I can almost guarantee it at this point. But I do think you're going to get some BS follow-up by one of these news agencies. And then, yeah, it should start to play like that. Am I looking at diamonds or gems? I am, but I don't think it's going to be AT&T. I don't really like the communications like that. I think they could be a decent dividend staple, but also they're up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. In 2021, when this was a low, I was down to buy it, but I wouldn't be buying this move on AT&T. I think you could get a way stabler dividend. That's why, again, let me introduce you to my friend Kimberly. I think she's good. She just got out of a 10-year relationship, but she knows she doesn't have multiple partners. She has a lot of diapers. Sounds weird when you say it out loud, but I think this is a little bit more stable because maybe it does end up dropping. Yeah, you could go down 50%, but at that point it'd be paying 10%. But I think Kimberly Clark is going to give you way more stability with, in a weird way, less downside and less debt ridden, to be honest. I'm clean. Rapparooney chatted, Dooney. Yeah, I only got 2 minutes left. So at least you're holding near the high of the day. That was a good exit, though, on the 1,000%er. Let's see where tomorrow leads. I think you're going to either wake up to excitement or not, or maybe we get a day like today tomorrow. And we'll see. Maybe we chill and then we'll get another pop, or they'll come out with the fake news. Putin draws parallel to Russia's 19th century sale of Alaska to the U.S. Estimates value of Greenland at $250 million. Putin says issue of stand on Greenland is a matter of no concern to Russia. Fake News Friday. Again, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm pretty confident that after a move like that, someone's going to try to replicate it. Usually Reuters. Yeah, Putin just lowballed Greenland. He just said they're worth $250 million. Donald, I think you're a very savage man, but I would not. I'd pay a quarter of what you offer. Please, my brother. 20 seconds! Yeah, Chad, wrap it up. Not much time. I missed the 1 minute mark. I couldn't even yell too loud. So let's go. I guess we could buy it, huh? Holy fuck. Chad, we could crowdsource it at the Putin price. So the Fed building cost 8 Greenlands, give or take. Give or take. We'll wrap it up too. High tickers getting some moves. These are the final ones. Again, a couple earnings in the morning. And then that's it. Ding 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 ding. Horn Chattadonia. You better drop your adjusted GG right now. I need that adjusted GG, dog. Oh, God bless you. What a day, Chad. Welcome back to the news hits. Welcome back to some 1,000%ers. Shout out everybody. I love you all, bro. You know that? You all beat the world no matter what. Locked in, no locked in, member, non-member. You know that I ain't even ban y'all. I'm just saying, bro. When you gonna realize opportunity is in your midst, dog? All you gotta do is live life. Enjoy this life, brother. Direction. Get a container. Put a word for the year, dog. Come on. Good game. I love you, baby. That's why I'm here. I'm dying, but I'm living. You know that? You know that, baby? God is good. Shout out the chat. Shout out the ones with the long term. Shout out the beacons, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I see y'all, baby. Let's go. Another day, another divvy. Tomorrow. Yeah, man. Good game, and I appreciate y'all. Those of you who didn't talk out your ass, those of you not putting in stupid-ass long-term plays, even if I didn't ban you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, God bless you. May you have a reward in heaven, dog. You know that? You got rewards, dog. I don't think you know it yet, man. Amen. Amen. I need me to rap. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me, let's talk.
Some people don't even have dreams.
They don't even have dreams. No, I want to listen to this, bro.
Have a dream, chase it, bro.
Hold on. I want to listen to this. That's what y'all need. You need a music video today. God bless you, Chad. Have a good day. I'm going to go sleep. Or go spit out some boogers. But the Lord is with you. We got another good day on the way. Bye.
Oscar goes to... And you think he was as sharp as you?
I said I had not seen decline. And I hadn't at that point.
You did not see any decline from 2024 Joe Biden to 2021 Joe Biden?
Not when I said that. You know, the thing is, he was sharp. He was on his feet. 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 I saw him.
I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. Our plan for dealing with her is called Operation Let Her Speak.
Breaking news this morning, NYC residents stay safe. Dick riding is at an all-time high. Broke boys are on the rise. Pieces are not hitting, and the plugs have the same work.
Breaking news, everything is bad. It's just as terrible as you imagined, and probably worse. With more, we go to Tom Lee Cruz. Tom Lee.
We're all in danger, Dan Lee.
Jesus Christ, what can we do?
Absolutely nothing.
It was good knowing you, Tom Lee.
I can't say the same.
That was unnecessary. We're just now getting in reports that all the children have exploded. They will be missed. Let's check in with Olivia Lee Rodrigo. Olivia Lee, where are you?
That's none of your business. Do you hear that? Cut the music. Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
That's the sound of us slowly dying. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's louder in my left ear.
Olivia Lee Rodrigo reporting
I
from
actually
where
have some
I
more
am.
questions for you. Okay, we're going to go to Kevin Lee Costner, who has more with politics.
No, I don't.
Hey man, it's a cup. 2020. Check me. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do Nathan. I'm making all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on puss lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch it move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station. First off, got one thing. Fuck y'all like you ain't got dreams. Tough talk, but little small things. They slip on me like a box spring. Hot jinx, y'all saying the same. No, I blow in Jesus' name. I'm thinking that, cause then I had to pay. I kill it every day, don't hesitate. You meditate, I call it pray. You scared of me, if you feel like pray. Don't be a demon in Jesus' name. Got lots of money, that's the preacher's name. No, I'm kinda funny, but could teach you things. Your mouth is running, but didn't hear a thing. That's kinda funny, they trying to teach me things. They still asleep, but don't believe in dreams. Speaking kings, I did it solo, man. And I don't own a man, but I own the pad. And my bitch is bad, but that on all the land, all the continents. And I can tell this shit. They trying to test the shit, but won't take a sit. Only command the men, send the older shit. You know I know my shit, like the older kids. I'm like an older prince, I whip an older pen. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do nothing. I'm making all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on push lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch it move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station.
Let's send it over to our senior correspondent, Nick Lee Minaj.
Look at this chart. Let's bring it up.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good.
That looks bad.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Let's go to our eye in the sky, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy.
Man, I am so high up right now.
You are in a helicopter.
I didn't know that when I got in. I thought it was a weird car.
What do you see up there?
Everything. It's too much. We were never supposed to see this. I need to go back down.
You stay right there. We're going to go to commercial.
Fuck y'all, I'm back again. They say I'm lucky, they keep on happening. They say I talk a lot and I'm rambling, but they listen to litter and this a big ass plan. Sit your bitch ass down, don't get back up. Don't need good luck, I ain't got no fucks, cause I got nothing to give. I need another crib, you need to pay your rent and get off my dick. You fake bitch, two-facing, clout chasing and truth hating. Your mouth moves, but you ain't do Nathan. You a damn fool, but still school hating. Do you, I ain't complaining, I'm just saying your life's wasted. My month pay is your life statement, that's a weird flex, that's motivated. Racist, I love blue faces. Let's face it, won't do Nathan. I'm making all new statements. Stay patient, my moves Jason. Been banking on push lately. Win-win, what I do mainly. You could tune in, watch your move, baby. Turn YouTube to a new station.
And we're back. Let's check in with Morgan Lee Freeman with sports. Morgan Lee.
I just want to take this sports time to say that whatever you hear about me in the next 24 hours is completely false. People are going to say things and have documents and recordings to back up what they say, and it's just not real. You should believe me and not their solid evidence. Knicks, take it by 2.
This is when champions are born.
Monday through Friday, baby. 30 minutes before open.
Bro, you gotta show me how to order the fucking polo. I tried to do it, and it wouldn't let me put it on. Quit bullshitting.
Quit playing with yourself. Tell the fucking truth. Truth will set you free. So you play game. I ain't Bernie Mac ain't playing no goddamn game.
My favorite clip. Rest in peace, Bernie. Yeah, bro. It's only letting me like add letters on the bottom, bro.
Yeah, you gotta show me where exactly to order. I'm trying to get my, it's a code. Oh, Chatadonia. What a day. I hope you enjoyed life. I hope you're ready for more. If you're sick like me, bro, I hope you heal. And if you're in the cold too, I hope you don't freeze. But Chad, that's the day. There you go, 6 hours. We're done. 7, I think. We've been on for a while. Yeah, 7 hours and 30 minutes is how long we've been live. So God bless you, man. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And I hope you have a good one. And I hope you find a container. You know, I hope you find a direction. I hope you avoid bad locations. Location, location, location. So enjoy your day. Finger to the sky. To God be the glory. And through the grace of God alone, baby, every day. Even in sickness and in health. In riches and poor, you better say your wedding vows, dog, to the long term. They don't feel me. All right, man. Bye. Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib, but for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want that to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting.